Chat, keep spamming L host. Thank you. I just wanna shout out Underdog right from the top of the show. Let you guys know that this is our trusted sponsor. They love us. We love them. What's Underdog? Well, it's an app where you can get in on NBA action. You can get in on MLB action, NFL action, all that good stuff. All you have to do is download the app, use the promo code the panel right down there. Just click it. It's at the top of the chat right up there. You can see it. It's right in your face. Click it. Use the promo code. Play around with some money and let us know how much you won and how you felt about it. All right, fellas, what's up, man? What's the word today? How was y'all weekend?
Weekend was going great.
Yeah. Was going great until
it was going great. It was going great.
The monkey wrench got thrown in it.
Man. I mean, let's address the elephant in the room, man. There's no point wasting time.
Let's get right to it. Let's get right to it.
All this to lose in the second round, I'm gonna go there.
Oh man,
I'm going there. I'm gonna be the person to say it. All this to lose in the second round, that's all I'm saying. Like at some point, someone has to have the conversation and be like, I mean, you go from one team, you go from the team you was drafted to. They put talent around you. Might not have been the best talent, but they put talent around you. Mm-hmm. You go to a championship team. You go to a historic team, not a championship team. You don't go to any team. You go to a historic team. You win 2 rings. You want the people to look at you like you're a real champion. Okay, we say all we want you to do is go build something yourself and win. You go to the Nets. A lot of us gave you grace and said, you know what? All right, LeBron did this. Plenty of other guys went to other teams to build something. Let's see what you can do. You did nothing. You go to the Suns. All of us asked, how are they going to make this work? I was like, yo, they're going to be smart. They're going to go for depth. No depth out the window. We take CP3 and Landry Sherbert. I'm sorry, Shamit. I'm calling him Shamit from now on because he's, and we're going to get Bradley Beal. Now, I don't know what the future holds for this team. I pray it's a DeAndre Ayton trade coming to fix some of the issues going forward. But if you're telling me I'm about to run out there with with Devin Booker at the 1, Bradley Beal at the 2, Ox at the 3, KD at the 4, and Ticket at the 5 with me, Fluent, Chill, Mars, J-Rob, all of us off the bench. Like, I mean,
you ain't getting nothing from me. I can tell you that right now. You're not getting nothing. You're not getting nothing from me. I'm completely, utterly ineffective. Nothing.
Hey, Fluent not even gonna be trying to play Chill. Fluent gonna be trying to deceive his way into the front office.
Yeah, that's what he gonna do.
Yeah, that's because Fluent got his mind right.
Chill gonna be like our Udonis Haslam on the bench.
That's what I'm gonna be doing, just
coaching and whatnot,
cussing people out.
J-Rob, come here, J-Rob.
Hey, but let's not get dramatic.
Gonna be his Latrell Sprewell. But go ahead, Ox.
Let's not get dramatic, y'all. Come on. We know this isn't. We know this. It's the first day of the offseason, technically, just by that move. They kicked it off. Let's not act like this is over, bro. Come on, we know they're not gonna go out like this. Right. That would be. I mean, because look, we see it. They got to see it too, right? Like they got to know what everybody else knows. I mean, it's their job to know.
I mean, I've seen a bunch of teams where it's like, yeah, it's their job to know this, and they don't know
it. Still get it wrong.
So are they gonna bank on Frank Vogel to turn DeAndre Ayton up, or is that what y'all saying? They're banking on Frank Vogel to turn him up, turn him into a beast.
I actually think they're gonna move off him.
Yeah,
I think they have to. I think that's the only.
You got to open that bread up. You got to open that bread up, and his money, I think, right now is the most movable. Because ultimately the luxury tax they're gonna hit within it's gonna be insane, right? Because Bradley Beal, his contract, I think gets worse over the next 2 years. No, it's like a $60 million hit, and then you still got Supermax on Book and you got Supermax on KD. So it's like, if you're trying to make some money work, you got to move off Ayton and try to parlay him into other pieces. Like ultimately, I don't think you need Ayton. I think you got to get like a real anchor. I think you really got to go get a Miles Turner, maybe get somebody who could really be a real rim protector for you. You also get Buddy Hield with that too, contracts are. I don't even know how close the contracts are
No, not even that. You don't think teams are gonna fleece them now? You don't think teams are gonna look at the Suns and be like, "Oh, buddy, you're not in any like bargaining. Like we can't. There's no room to bicker here.
But Damo,
you're
why
at my mercy.
Why is that? Because we understand that they have a lack of depth on their bench. They're missing some things. We all recognize that. We recognize that. But you still don't want to play this team.
Oh, don't get me wrong. The talent is there.
You don't want to play this team.
No,
nobody raises their hands of volunteers like, oh yeah, we'll take the Suns.
Man, Denver looking at them dudes like whatever.
I don't know.
Look, if the Suns have Bradley Beal in these playoffs, I'm not saying they win. I'm not saying they win. But that's extra firepower that don't nobody want to be a part of. Nobody want to be in the line.
With that being said, Big Ox, we're talking about a Bradley Beal who just came off a season-ending injury. We haven't seen him in a year. Do you honestly think that the world champion Denver Nuggets is looking at the Phoenix Suns, who they just straight mopped in the playoffs, going, yo, Bradley Beal is the difference? They looking at Phoenix going, man, please, we'll whoop their ass too.
Everybody, of course they feel that way. Yeah, they feel like we'll whoop their ass, but everybody in the association know better than to play with Bradley Beal. No, everybody knows it's not sweet.
So
every single last one of them, including you, Damo.
I know that's not true.
I'm sure that's not true.
Y'all go. Y'all go play with Brad like he's not him.
I'm not gonna play with Brad like that.
Why do you guys act like Bradley Beal not the truth?
Okay,
Bradley
let's
Beal
talk about
is a good basketball player,
right?
But y'all are talking about Bradley Beal like he's just been coming off playing years and years of meaningful basketball. We're getting Bradley Beal out of a losing environment, and he still has to prove something.
No.
This move does move the needle though. It shakes up the league. It shakes it up.
It definitely shakes up the league. I'm not saying that this team isn't going to be fun to watch. I'm not going to say this team isn't exciting to watch. We've seen plenty of fun teams that lost in the second round this year. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying personally, I'm not about to sit here and scream they made this trade. They got to. Oh yeah, it's over. I'm not looking at this deal how I'm looking. I don't got the feeling I had when Kevin Durant went to the Warriors. When you see something that really is like, oh, that's wild. Like, that's not that. This is cute. This is a good move.
This is cute?
Unexpected.
This is cute.
I have
you get behind the cute?
Come on, man.
That's what they just did is not a gown. That's a nice dress you got on. That's what that is.
For sure. So what about
yeah, but that dress like Chrome Hearts though. No cap.
Like so what about when they moved
that Chrome Heart?
You probably got that. You probably got that at a Raw.
With a K.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Hey. I'm gonna be the first to say it because Damo, you went the other direction. I'm gonna bring things back this direction.
Come on.
That's a nice dress. That's red bottom. She got her hair done. She got her nails done. Hey. The trick even gave her the Porsche for the night. She all done out. Everything.
And she's sporting a nice Telfair bag, bro.
Nice Telfair bag.
Nice Telfair bag.
Y'all might not think so, but I think Bradley Beal.
This the same chick who you just seen her. This the same chick who you just seen like 2 weeks ago. Hair raggedy as hell, shoes raggedy. Now all of a sudden she kind of cleaned herself up because she got with a nice looking crew. Don't forget, you can still be the best looking of the ugly chicks.
Are we talking about Bradley Beal or are we talking about
now what Bradley Beal is he just got with a bunch of good looking chicks. We ain't saying automatically that now all of a sudden Bradley Beal is a dime piece. Well, wait a minute. We just seen this dude a couple of weeks ago, hair all over the place, holes in his shoes.
He was having we can understand that he goes through some mental things sometimes, but every time he's consistent with this therapist, it's a pleasure to be around.
But
I'm definitely not writing off Bradley Beal. We've seen Bradley Beal do this. Like now he's never won a championship, he's never been to a finals. But when John Wall was healthy, let's not act like Bradley Beal wasn't. Damo,
that was 6 years ago.
That was in 2018.
That was 6 years ago.
Okay, what about 2? What was it? 2, 3 seasons ago
when he was running with Russ. When he was running with Russ. He was running. Those was his best seasons.
Brad still got it. Like
Brad still got it. I think. Chill. Listen, I just think personally. I just think she had a bad boyfriend. You know, he used to verbally abuse her, tell her she wasn't cute. So she used to believe it sometimes. You feel me? But now she with the new guy with the money. He got the nice, pretty girls around him. It's a different vibe now. She got more confidence. You feel me? She walking out different. She breathing different like Ace. It's gonna be
James Brown.
Yeah, she gonna be.
She walking with James Brown. Chill.
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal, like because if y'all remember, that was I think it was the year when he went to the Warriors. I thought he was gonna go to DC and get with Brad and John Wall. I mean, that's he from that area, right?
Yeah.
Are y'all dudes? Are y'all dudes
I thought
really
he was
trying
going
to
out there? So now,
but he said he didn't want to do that.
Are y'all dudes really trying to sell me that Bradley Beal is just jumped on with some stability? This the same crew that he just got with. Devin Booker is the guy that's holding this whole thing together.
Of course.
But let's rewind the clock to what J-Rob talked about. So let's see, Ayton, KD, Book, and now Bradley Beal. Before we even pay anybody else, that's $161 million on the books. So we haven't paid anybody yet. So we already almost $30 million over the cap. Now make sure that we clear on what it is. After every $5 million that you over the cap, we're looking at that money. We're looking at that tax money tripling, right? Now, don't leave out the fact that Devin Booker, his contract that he just signed last year is back-ended, which means that money goes up every year. It's back-loaded. So that $36 million he making next year, that go to 49 the year after that. Then it goes to 52 the year after that. Then it goes to 57. So that's just that's just his money. Now, I can appreciate the Phoenix Suns owner who just in the last, I guess 2 months since he owned the team, he got KD and he got Bradley Beal. So he making it clear, we ain't playing. We trying to win. However, I look at this whole stacking units, I look at it like disco. This thing is going to die hard and it's going to die violently. And the reason why I feel like that is because I'm looking at the last number of champions, the Toronto Raptors, the Lakers, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Warriors, and now Denver. With the exception of the Lakers, all of these other units were homegrown. Kyle Lowry was on that Toronto unit for 6 years. Siakam was on that unit. Fred VanVleet was on that unit. OG Anunoby. They building these units. The days of stacking units, especially watching how they lose in the playoffs and how they lose miserably and spending all that money, it's not going to be feasible moving on in the future. These teams are going to be more homegrown and they're going to keep their guys and they're going to pay their guys. And this is going to be an example of it.
Chill, I hear you, but I don't know. I don't know.
It's again, the chick
like
with
it's
the bag,
so much
the chick with the nice dress.
so
She
much
look good.
firepower. It's so much firepower.
No, J-Rob, my thing isn't even the firepower. I just think that we gravely underestimate how good Bradley Beal really is.
No, we don't.
I'm gonna ask this question.
Big Ox, just so you know, Big Ox, he averaged 30 a game for 2 straight years. Ain't nobody discounting how nice Bradley. Who averaging 30 a game 2 straight years? Now you could say it's empty. You could say that it didn't really amount to nothing. At the end of the day, I'm 30 a night on a Tuesday. Pencil me in for 30. So no matter how in a quote unquote inefficient it might be, or it's not leading to nothing, I'm still 30 a night.
Right. I like Beal, man. I like Beal. I like to move. Like sometimes, listen, if you're going to swing for it, you got to swing. You know, like if you're going to go for it, go for it. I'm not mad at it. I'm really just worried about how you're going to fill up the rest of this roster, because that's the part I'm concerned about. And that's why I feel like you have to move Ayton, just because if I'm them, I'm trying to get as much back in return for Ayton, because I'm already going to hit this luxury tax. But we going in, like our window right now is this year and next year. By far, we are going for it. So whatever I can get back for Ayton that will bolster my defense, bolster my rim protection, and maybe potentially getting a point guard, I gotta go for it.
Like what? Like who? You got anybody in mind?
I got two names. So let's say you move DeAndre Ayton to Indiana. I'll take Andrew Nembhard and I'll take Miles Turner. Because I don't think you need a spectacular point guard. You just need somebody who can just put you. I like Nembhard too. I think you just need somebody who can put you in easy sets. You don't need nobody. You don't need no monster. You just need somebody who could be a smooth point guard for you. Or I mean, maybe talk to Brooklyn, see if you can get like Nick Claxton, Dorian Finney. Maybe, I don't know. Look, it don't sound phenomenal. Listen, it don't sound phenomenal. I'm throwing some possibilities out there. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that sounds phenomenal. That's the problem. Those sound like actual good players, and I'm telling you, the league is. I can feel it. teams are looking at the Suns and they're like, you call my phone, I'm walking away with the clear better end of the deal. You're walking away. You call the
Bentley.
Nets.
I'll take that Ferrari.
I'm giving you
pennies
whatever
on the
center
dollar
we
for it.
drafted last year that came out the G League. I'm about to give you whatever center we had last year. I'm about to give you Finney Smith and like 3 second-round picks. But
there's just so much work they can give, though, Damo. It's so much they can fleece.
Listen,
you know?
Right.
Like what about Charlotte?
Damo's right though. Damo's right.
Teams are not about to go and be balanced. Teams are not about. No one's about to go into a conversation with the Phoenix Suns after this deal when they know for a fact you guys are in no. You have no bargaining room. You have no room to bargain.
Zero.
You literally coming to me and like, okay. Okay, what are you going to give me? 2 seconds in a fax machine. That's what I'll give you. And that's probably going to be one of the top 3 offers you get. Because teams are not about to play with these.
You get 2 seconds in nothing, and you just keep DeAndre Ayton.
I'd be surprised if they get the Kyle Korver deal. A fax machine and cash considerations. I'd be surprised if they get that. No one's going to want to trade if that's the case, to go down.
If that's the case, then you hold on to Ayton, you pay that luxury tax, and then you hope that you come in as a new owner and make a boom in the city.
And Ox, why is that a bad? And Ox, I'm glad you brought that up too.
Out there playing bowlers
because I got a question. Why is that a bad idea? Because when I think about Vogel, he did turn Roy Hibbert into an all-star. Mm-hmm. He turned him into something of a defensive player, and maybe we can change DeAndre Ayton's role.
Facts, but if I end up having to keep DeAndre Ayton, then what I do is I stagger the minutes with that big 3, and I get Bradley Beal to play a lot of second unit minutes. You know what I'm saying? We just rock out. We rock out with that. Let Brad. Okay, so I'm not going to tell Bradley Beal to come off the bench.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to go that far.
Get that out the way right now.
I'm not going to try to push the 6th man of the year narrative. I'm not going to go that route. No. But I am going to take him out early. I'm going to take him out quick so I can get him a lot of second unit minutes. I'm going to try to stagger the minutes, and hopefully we just beat everybody ass. Like, Brad, I need 30. KD, I need anything from you. How you feeling tonight? You want to go for 20? You want to go for 40?
What we leaving out?
Booker, you just eat. We just go look. Y'all didn't want to play fair with us. I couldn't get nothing from you, Charlotte. I couldn't get nothing from you, OKC. But we're gonna beat y'all ass every night.
But hold on, right quick, Chill. Mars, I want to hear from you right when Chill's done. What's good, Fluent? What's good, Ticket?
What up, dope?
You got it, Chill.
I think we leaving out. We do need a primary distributor. We do need a playmaker. We do need somebody who's heady because we're not blowing everybody out. So we're going to get in dog fights, especially in the playoffs. And who's going to calm us down? Who's going to get us composed, right? Who's going to be the primary ball handler that's creating shots for other people? So when it's the middle of the 3rd quarter and it's a 2-possession game, who's the guy that's slowing us down? As opposed to, okay, you go, okay, you, because I can tell you right now, it ain't Cameron Payne. We can kill that logic right now. It's not him. So who's going to be that guy?
Devin Booker, point guard Book, man. We in a new era. It is a new time in Phoenix, man. Point guard Book. My issue is
may have to play point guard.
Oh, my fault, Mars. You got it.
Oh, hello everyone.
Mars Blackman in the house.
Mars Blackman.
I don't think, as presently constructed, Phoenix are a championship level team, but I do think it's interesting that we're blaming Kevin Durant for this, but in the same breath, if someone says LeBron James orchestrates the moves for his team, all of a sudden that's met with pushback, and it's not LeBron James who's more organizing his teams, it's Rob Pelinka, and it's the front office that aren't doing their job. But now the Phoenix Suns GM makes a trade for a super team, and all of a sudden it's Kevin Durant who's trying to stack the deck. I do think that's a very interesting perspective to look at things in terms of benefiting your favorite player and trying to push down another player, because either LeBron James is organizing his super teams and the front office is the reason that they're not succeeding, and it's LeBron James who's actually pulling the strings in the front office, and Kevin Durant's doing the same thing, or the front office is just responsible for doing their job and the players are responsible for playing. You can't have it both ways where you're saying LeBron James isn't responsible for the front office. The front office is just not doing their job to help him. And then in the same breath say Kevin Durant is the reason why he's getting all these super teams because he's pulling the strings and he's asking for these super teams. That just doesn't make sense to me. That would be hypocritical. So I just don't like the idea that we're trying to say Kevin Durant is just trying to get all these super teams. But then if we say the same thing about LeBron James, it's, well, Rob Pelinka's not doing his job. The Cleveland front office wasn't doing their job. Like, at what point are we just going to say that we're clearly just having favoritism for different players, which is what I don't really like. But if someone can just explain that one to me, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, I got you. I think it has more so to do with people not being consistent when it comes to when we want to call out star players forming teams. Everyone wants to throw out the GM names and want to say, "Oh, it's LeBron making these teams." When other teams do it, I mean, unless it's Kevin Durant, who everybody in the community universally hates, and we just all love to hate Kevin Durant. But outside of Kevin Durant, no one else really points out any other players in terms of stacking the deck for teams. But there have been other teams in history who've tried to put these talented teams together. No one says it's look Kawhi or Kawhi's trying to be the GM for Clippers. At least that's not like a popular argument people like to use against him. That's not a thing. But it's known that Kawhi Leonard said, "Yo, I'm not coming here unless y'all go get Paul George." That's forming a team. That's controlling your destiny. But no one uses that against him.
That happened one time, though. But keep
again, one time, or it doesn't matter. I'm talking about forming a team. But that's my point. It's people not holding other guys to the standard, but quick to say, "Oh, LeGM." Now, I do agree. I feel you need to be consistent. If you're going to say LeGM, say it with everybody else. And if you're going to say, "Oh, it's not LeBron," you can't cry about Kevin Durant. I'm all about consistency.
That's perfectly fine. I just want everyone to be consistent.
I'm more nervous for Kevin Durant than anything, bro. Like, I'm actually like in my stomach nervous for Kevin Durant this year, just because I know, like, if in the next 2 years, the Phoenix Suns are not hosting the Larry O'Brien Trophy, the slander and the way that Kevin Durant is going to be destroyed by like NBA Twitter, NBA fans, it's going to be absolutely. It's going to be madness. Like, he may have all 3 burners defending himself.
Why would you feel bad for Kevin Durant?
I didn't say I feel bad. I said I feel nervous.
You're nervous. Why?
Nervous. I'm nervous.
Why?
Because
the dude came into the NBA with a silver spoon roster shoved down his throat. He turned that into a platinum spoon.
No, he didn't.
Then he turned that into his own team that he created.
Weren't they like a 20-win team?
Not only were they the Seattle Supersonics were in turmoil. Tone, don't make it sound like he was magic walking into the league. No, he was not.
The team that he had, stop it. The team that was built around him was beautiful. Then he left that team for a team that went to 2 straight NBA finals and won one of them and won 73 games. He then left there and picked his own sidekick and then decided I wanted another one and got James Harden in there. And then he went to Phoenix. Look, I'm not saying he's orchestrating any of this. What I'm saying is there has been no player in the history of the NBA who has been surrounded by more talent than Kevin Durant. We should not be feeling sorry for him. We should not feel nervous for him. We should not feel nothing for him. Nothing. Because he's had every opportunity. He's had every opportunity and talent around him, more so than any other player, I think, in the history of the NBA. You cannot dispute that. Find me another player who's had more consistent talent around him from maybe year 2 or 3 on until today. Find me one.
I'm not going to sit here and disagree with that. I'm talking about the slander. I'm nervous about the slander he's going to get. I'm not nervous about him not being able to get it done.
With that being said, we're talking about a guy who set himself up for this. So this isn't a situation. He definitely set himself up for this. But I think that this particular situation, I think he's basically caught a stray. I don't think he really had much to do with this. And I think that he was just part of it. The other stuff, I mean, the other stuff I can agree with, but this right here, I mean, I don't think that he had much to do with this. I mean, the new owner, I doubt very seriously that the new owner is going to KD and going, tell me, do you want Bradley Beal? Tell me, well, there's a reason why Monty Williams got fired. Monty Williams got fired because there's a new regime in there. It's not because Monty Williams wasn't a good coach. It was because there's a new regime in there. When there's a new regime, I want to start my thing over, and I want my guys in here. So him getting Kevin Durant and now him going after Bradley Beal, I think that was a move orchestrated by the front office. I don't think it was as much orchestrated by Kevin Durant, but because of his history, I think he's now a part of this sort of thing.
Yo, Ticket, what are your thoughts and concerns about this, if you have any concerns?
Kind of full of shit. Kevin Durant has everything to do with this. He been known, he helped push forward, and they're not finished. They're going after another big fish. They're going to move off Ayton and probably try to get Kyrie too, but I guarantee he won't try to blame that on KD either. KD's the same guy that less than a year ago called Bradley Beal a Hall of Famer and said that he's more than just a scorer. So that makes him a super team because you got 3 perennial all-stars on the same team at the same time. Again, the GM, the owner for the Phoenix Suns are not making this move without the approval of KD and Devin Booker. They talked to Bradley Beal. They convinced Bradley Beal. They pushed for Bradley Beal. If you think anything other than that, you're just a liar and you're just delusional.
Why would I be a liar if you're talking about Bradley Beal, who had to? I want to make sure that I'm clear here. Bradley Beal had to waive his no trade clause.
Right.
So it's not like they demanded him. He had to waive his no trade clause to go to Phoenix.
He was convinced by KD and by Devin Booker to waive his clause to go there. These are the facts. You have deep rooted how should I say connections in this thing. Again, we all know that the agent for Bradley Beal is the father of the CEO of the
nepotism is crazy. Absolutely.
If anybody in this room thinks that the new owner of the team is going to make a big move without getting the okay from KD and from Devin Booker, you're out of your mind. That's buffoonery. That's buffoonery, right? So we're going to be logical here. We're going to tell these people the truth. KD is a dude who has always stacked the deck to try to win championships. He's an all-time great player. You can't take that away from him. But he's always looked for the easy route. He did the same thing in New York. He's doing the same thing now. And they're not finished yet. Everybody thinks, oh, this is it. No. DeAndre Ayton's probably going to be out of there. They're probably going to try to finagle him and try to get Kyrie to come for lesser or one of these other pieces to come for lesser.
Kyrie?
Again, you guys can say whatever y'all want to say, but this is a pattern. This is a pattern. This isn't a first offense. This is a pattern. So I guess it wasn't KD's fault when he went to the Golden State Warriors and chose to go to the Warriors when they won 72 games. I guess it wasn't KD's fault when he went to the Brooklyn Nets and traded who's now a world champion and Bruce Brown and all those other guys that were on that team from the very beginning. All these other pieces got thrown off the team. You moved him to get Royce O'Neal. You moved all the other pieces that you had at first to go get I don't care how many times this dude pound on his chest. It doesn't matter. He can get on his knees and do whatever he want to do for KD. I only praise God. At the end of the day, these players who are getting paid all this money, if you think the teams are not going to these dudes and getting the sign-offs and the okays, and not only because if KD and Devin Booker say, nah, we don't want him, he doesn't go. It makes no sense. He is a two guard that plays the same position as Devin Booker.
Right.
Why would you bring him in unless KD and Devin Booker were on board and blessed this, which he did?
Well, there's also some shadiness about his agent.
Fluent. You guys, can I speak? Two things. This is my Juneteenth shirt. You know.
Happy Juneteenth, fellas.
Happy Juneteenth, fellas.
That's one.
Sure.
Full ticket, I respect and all that. All the getting on the knees for people. I'm not about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect y'all.
I mean, I'm talking, and respectfully, you coming here pounding on your chest like a gorilla.
So call me a gorilla.
I'm saying we know. Hold on.
Call me a gorilla.
Hold on 1 second. I got love for you, Dale. You are.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. Right. Call me a gorilla.
Come on here, unless it's about KD, dog.
No,
so you are a KD jock strap sniffer. This is official.
No.
You are a KD jock. Anytime you hear something about KD, you like the Candyman, fool. You popping up.
You see what's funny? You see what's funny?
So hold on. Listen, so let me ask you this question.
Wait. No, you talk. Let me go. Hold on. I don't agree with the trade. I hate the trade. I hate it with a passion.
Did KD and Devin Booker push to get? Did they push to get Bradley Beal on the team? Yes or no?
No.
You're a goddamn liar.
Now let me ask you one question. Time out. I hate this trade. I hate this trade with a passion. Right?
You hate it. Hate it. KD doesn't. You hate it.
Wait. Listen. You say listen, please. Listen. You just sat there and said everything that goes on with the Suns, KD and Devin Booker had to sign on. You think KD and Devin Booker signed off on Monty Williams?
I said
for Frank Vogel. Do you think they signed off on
Monty Williams was there? Hold on. Monty Williams was there before KD came over there. Hold on. And when Monty Williams went over there, hold on. He went over there. They went
KD going there.
Hold on.
Monty Williams being there is a big reason Kevin Durant went there.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna ask you a question. Monty Williams was there before KD came there. But I know one thing: his ass was fired after KD came there. I know one thing: Steve Nash's ass was fired after KD went over there. I know another thing: KD had run-ins. Hold on. He had run-ins with Steve Nash too. Hold on.
You're spitting wrong things.
Steve Nash too. So he got a coach thing too going on with him.
He wanted Tyronn Lue.
If you think I'm not gonna give him the same smoke that I give these other dudes that done this shit in the past, bro, cut it out.
No,
come on, bro. We're not gonna do this cap. KD's a cool dude. He a cool dude.
You're making the wrong argument. You're making the wrong argument. If you make the right argument, I would sit here and be quiet. He wanted Tyronn Lue. He never wanted Steve Nash. That's one. You can't say
he want him if he didn't. Hold on, Dale. Respectfully, who was there first? Did Monty Williams not go to the finals before KD even showed up in Phoenix?
Monty Williams coach Kevin Durant and OKC. They was
You're not hearing me. I'm not talking about that.
So what are you talking about?
Phoenix Suns. I'm saying Monty Williams was with the Phoenix Suns. He had went to the NBA Finals, right or wrong, Chilltown.
Okay, correct. Right.
Then he came back and he lost in a tough Game 7 to Luka Doncic, right?
Okay, yes.
Then he comes this year. He gets KD. They unload half the team to get KD. You think Monty Williams signed off on that? No, that was over his head. That was a new ownership and the management that came in there and went over his head and traded all those pieces. These are facts. This is the reason why Monty Williams is out. Everybody knows it behind the scenes. So we're not gonna lie, bro. The bottom line is, ain't no man perfect. KD been doing this shit. You don't feel like
that's where you're confusing me. How come it's behind the scenes?
Let him talk, Ticket. Let him talk.
How is behind the scene front office for Monty Williams, but for a player, Bradley Beal, it's not behind the scenes. It's got to be KD. Why? I don't get that.
Hold on, he did it behind the scenes. We just seeing it publicly now. The same way we saw publicly that the coach got fired.
So was it publicly for KD signing off on Monty Williams as well? Did he want that? Yes or no?
You're not hearing me.
I just answered that question.
I never said. Hold on. Once again, I never said KD signed off on Monty.
You just said Kevin Durant signed off of anything that happens there since he's been there. You just said that.
So when the ownership in Phoenix decided to move off of Monty Williams, did KD go, all right, we deal with that?
Right. Hold on. Listen.
Yes.
KD was the reason why they got off of him.
Off of Monty?
I want you to think about this.
Yes. Frank Vogel. So he signed off on Frank Vogel?
I'm going to tell you this right now.
I'm listening to it. Go ahead.
Went to Matt Sheba, whatever his name is, and said, bro, we need Monty. Monty still has a job. And if you tell any of these people that's watching this video anything different, you a goddamn liar. Excuse my language. You a goddamn liar. If you think that him and Devin Booker go to the office and say, look, before KD came here, we went to the finals with Monty Williams. If they say he's a coach right now, cut the shit.
Or it could very well be the management going, yo, we feel like it's time to move off of this coach, and we're just letting you know it, as opposed to how you feel about that.
They're not doing that because listen, things were agreed to before KD came over there. And
no way Kevin Durant came over.
Hold on.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Remember, Chilltown, KD asked to be moved to the Phoenix Suns for a reason. He asked to be traded there way before this first trade happened. Remember, last summer when he was talking about being traded, the Phoenix Suns were the top of his list. So they had already been talking about this.
Right.
He already wanted to move over there.
And why did he want to move? And before you go any further, Ticket, why did he want to go to Phoenix? What was the problem? What was the reason? What was the allure of going to Phoenix?
He wanted to go to Phoenix because he's always been cool with Devin Booker.
And who else? That was just it?
Listen. That was
Monty Williams is the biggest reason. I'm so confused.
That was the main reasons he wanted to play with Book. Listen, I'm going to say this to you. Once again, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker are superstars in the NBA.
Right.
They're at a level. They're at a level where they can do two things. And I know Fluent's going to agree with me because he know I ain't lying.
Right.
They can say yay and nay. And ain't going to be no new owner going to come in and say, no, we're doing it this way. Because when KD agreed to be, because KD never had to ask for a trade from Brooklyn. He could have stayed in Brooklyn.
You're missing the biggest point in all of this.
He asked for that trade with multiple years left on his deal, knowing he didn't have a trade clause because they made some promises to him as he went over there. James Jones and them dudes made some promises to KD. So again, KD and Devin Booker.
First of all, let's rewind. We're making KD sound like this was his decision. Bradley Beal is the only player in the NBA who had a no trade clause. So him going to Phoenix, that hasn't worked out for both KD and Brooklyn. It wasn't just.
My brother. I'm saying this is what I'm saying to you.
I'm listening.
KD never had to ask for a trade to go over there. That's what I'm saying to you. Because he had 4 years on his deal and he had no control over there.
Right.
He did that for a reason. He knew what he was going to get when he went over there. That's why he wanted to go over there. All I'm saying to you is as we all sit here today, you can ask your boy Fluent. If I know Fluent gonna ride with me on this today, you can ask Fluent. Devin Booker and KD have a vest. They are the two top dogs in that organization.
Okay.
If they go to the ownership and to the GM and say, we want to keep Monty Williams. Monty Williams has a job today. I can go find Monty ass right now, bring him on a damn show, and he'll tell you the same thing.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm gonna say this.
Wait, take it. No.
If they told the ownership, no, we don't want Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is not a Phoenix Sun today.
Let me ask you a question. What bargaining chip does Kevin Durant and Devin Booker have?
They're the top players in the league. Sucker.
What? Come on, Dad. Don't do that.
Time out. Wait, you're not understanding me. They're both. KD is locked in for 4 years. If he says to the Suns, if the Suns say no, I want Monty Williams, right? And then he said no, what is KD gonna do? Sit out another team? What is Devin gonna sit out? They have no bargaining chip like, oh, I'm going into free agency to get trade or nothing. They want to be there. KD has no power invested in the organization.
But Dale, they running everything. Ticket is right. So they are running every decision.
I know for a fact Kevin Durant did not want Monty Williams fired. I know that for a fact.
Okay, so KD didn't want
not there because of DeAndre Ayton,
right? Even though he's the only coach Devin Booker has success with, and Devin Booker went to the finals with this guy. All Devin Booker's done is seen winning with Monty Williams, but for some reason, when KD comes, the coach is fired, but KD didn't want him fired. Get the hell out of here, nigga.
Wait a minute. So if that's true, well, first and foremost, Devin Booker is the man on that crew. So KD is the guy who just got over there, not Devin Booker, who's already been there. So if Devin Booker goes, I don't want Monty Williams fired, Monty Williams is staying there.
That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't like KD came on. So why is it sounds tricky, and the reason why it sounds tricky. It does. It sounds tricky because it sounds like KD was the linchpin. Like where he went to Devin Booker and was like, listen,
I'm not arguing that you're saying.
We seen Devin Booker in the finals up 2-0. He ain't built like that. We seen KD without a super team. He ain't built like that. They got their ass whooped last year. This past season by the Denver Nuggets. They watched Denver win the chip. Them two know the way they was going right now with CP3. With DeAndre Ayton and everything that was going on, they knew they wasn't winning no chip. So they knew they had to make big moves. These is facts, bro. I'm not letting them dudes off the hook, man. I'm not gonna come here and lie for them niggas
I'm not arguing with you saying KD didn't recruit Bradley Beal. Whatever he did, he did.
Listen, I'm putting that on. I'm willing to put 10 G's on that shit. He recruited that man.
Perfect. Time out. Perfect.
You want to take that back?
Time out. Take what back?
You want to bet 10 racks?
I don't know. What were you saying, Dale?
Go ahead, get it all. Go ahead, Dale. Go ahead.
I'm not arguing with you that KD recruited Bradley Beal. If he did, he did.
Hey, excuse me, Sham Sharinia and my man, y'all ass is done. Hey, Fluent, we gonna have a party today. Sham just reported that KD recruited Bradley Beal. Grilltown.
That's not news, Ticket.
That's not what I put that in the group chat.
We already know
that in there.
Wait a minute. Wait. Stop right there. What you doing, Ticket, is you are stating the obvious. I didn't say that Devin Booker did. I didn't say that Devin Booker didn't recruit KD. I didn't say that.
Rewind the tape.
I didn't say that Kevin Durant.
Chill, could I speak real quick?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This is my problem. I'm not arguing KD for recruiting Beal. If he did, he did. Whatever. My problem is, I know for a fact he didn't get Monty Williams fired. One. Number two, the problem. Bradley Beal going to the Suns. People are more talking about KD because he's the superstar going there. When KD went to the Suns, it was, KD's joining a super team. Now, KD was joining a super team when he went to the Suns. Out of your mouth, Ticket, KD joined a super team already. He did, right? Before Bradley Beal get there, it was a super team. So now they lost by 2. They got their ass whopped. Now your question, now you're saying, he needs a super team to win. But he just had a super team and
he's gonna build a super duper team. He's getting Bradley Beal, and then hold on, he's getting Bradley Beal, and hold on. But hey, Dale, you know this, Dale. Hey, Dale, you know I ain't lying. They getting ready to trade. Hey, Dale, they getting ready to trade Ayton, and you know.
Honestly speaking, I don't think Ayton going anywhere. I don't think ain't going anywhere.
I disagree with
KD
that.
doesn't care.
Oh, I
KD
just
wants
don't
to
think
stack
so.
the deck tall.
I think they got to get a bench, Dale. They got to move off.
You
that.
know
They have to.
That's true.
If they don't move Ayton, they're not about to compete for a championship.
Dale, literally the only way to get a bench is with Ayton, Dale, in my opinion.
Why do that when you can come to Dwight Howard to play for the low? Dwight Howard already played. He already won a championship with the coach.
I ain't gonna lie, Damo. I'm not mad at Dwight Howard. I think he could give him some good minutes.
I'm saying they can go get you.
How long begging him to play now?
Give him some good minutes, bro.
How good is Bradley Beal to you, Ticket? That's my other question for everyone else.
Man,
hey, hold on. Okay, let me answer that question. Hey, Rod. Yeah, hey, Dale.
I said to you.
Boy, your ass walked into a sinkhole, boy. Dale, forget how great he is to me. Kevin Durant just said, and I quote, that he is a Hall of Famer. He is a lock Hall of Famer, and he's not just a scorer. He's one of the great players in this game.
I don't think.
He just said that. We got the quote. I can get Fluid to put the quote on the screen.
I don't think anyone
to put the quote on the screen, man.
I don't think anyone on this panel thinks Bradley Beal is a Hall of Famer. I don't care.
Yeah, we do. The dude you praise, dude.
So what? So what does that have to do with what we're saying? You don't agree with nothing KD does, but you agree that Bradley Beal's a Hall of Famer.
Hold on. I didn't say that. All I know is Bradley Beal's been a dude who's averaged damn near 30 points a game for the last, what, 6 out of 7 years? 5 out of 6 years?
No, he did it twice. No, he didn't. He did it twice. Easy ticket. No.
The last 2 years, I don't even think he averaged 25. The last 2 years,
and damn near is not. Damn near is just misinforming people. That's not true.
I think he averaged like 24 this year.
23 actually. Before he got hurt, he was averaging 23 a game. Them 2 years that he played with Russ, he averaged 30 a game.
Creates a super team, and that's the problem. Whenever a solid NBA player gets, because Bradley Beal is a one-time All NBA player and 2 or 3 times All Star, and that's created a super team.
Even losing.
And that's a super team. All NBA once and a 3-time All Star, and he created a super. He's a part of a.
But this is a guy who's averaged 30 in the NBA.
So anybody that averaged 30. So that what is that? I'm confused. Like, what does that mean?
I mean, to average 32 years back to back. I mean, in the NBA, I mean that's pretty impressive. That's a player. That's not just no scrub. That ain't just no regular player. Just because they don't make All NBA teams or All Star vote.
If CJ McCollum in his prime went to KD, he created a super team, and he's never been an All Star.
No, we didn't say that.
Well, CJ not as good as Bradley Beal.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. CJ is definitely not as good as Bradley Beal.
Hey, look, the whole point is the players. It's still a players' league, bro. Look, you can look at it from every position. You can look at it from Zion to Ja to all these dudes. Look, if this was David Stern here, now we would have a different conversation.
Bradley Beal's a superstar?
Huh?
Bradley Beal's a superstar?
KD said so.
Do you think Bradley Beal?
I ain't playing on the team. AD said so.
Bradley Beal.
If he thinks that
superstar talent.
He think KD said that. KD said he's a Hall of Famer. Fluent. You can pull up the quote, Fluent. If I'm lying,
I want to hear from you on this trade, though, Fluent.
I don't agree with that one.
He said he's a Hall. So that's where his mindset is, Fluent. That Bradley Beal is a Hall of, and this wasn't just this year. He said this last season that the man's a Hall of Famer.
Yo,
he might not get to the Hall of Fame, but he's better than some cats that are going to get to the Hall of Fame.
I'm saying, come on, Bob, you right? No, I'm telling this fool right here to my whatever, left, right, whatever. He's capping. KD has a super team mindset. He's a weak-minded person, bro. He's weak-minded. Period. He don't want to go through no grind. He got his ass whooped last year in 6 games.
He did go through the grind for 9 years in Oklahoma City. Ticket, stop saying that because that's not true. They built that unit around him. So stop saying that. He was 9 years he was in Oklahoma City. And in 9 years, they were in the Western Conference Championship 3 times in 5 years. They went to the NBA Finals. Stop saying that he didn't go through the grind, Ticket. You just realized, now don't get me wrong, the unit that he went to, that was suckerish. I ain't going to fight that. Don't say that he didn't go through a grind. Don't say that. Because if he would have went somewhere else, it still would have been him going through the grind. He still would have done that.
The definition of running from the ground when you go to a team that walked you down 3-1.
That was suckerish. That part I'm not gonna fight. But that's that part I'm not gonna fight. But he did go through the grind, Ticket. He did do that.
Grind.
He was there for 9 years, Ticket. 9 seasons he was there. And in the 9 seasons he was there. 3 trips. 3 trips in 5 years to the Western Conference Championship.
Way better than Cleveland's?
Was his management way better than Cleveland's? I think they had a great management in Oklahoma City.
Okay, then. So why he run from the grind then, nigga?
Because he recognized. Why you keep saying why he run from the grind? You keep saying why he running from the grind. What you doing is you're turning this into something different. First, did he go through the grind ticket? Yes or no?
No.
So he didn't go through the grind, but he ran from the grind.
Hold on, time out.
I can't be in the grind. I can't be in the grind and running from it. Which one is it?
Hold on.
He was getting 9 years ticket. What else you want him to do?
You know what going through the grind is? What's
going through the grind? A death row contract, 25 years. I'm selling 50 million records, but I'm still getting 2 points. Even though Arista is offering me a contract where I can get 10 points, but I'm still stick here and I'm gonna go through the grind. Get that shit out of here, ticket.
Hold on. It's his fault they lost. It's him and Russ's fault they lost. They got walked down.
But what's going through the grind? What's going through the grind?
Right. No, right. What was going through the grind? And you had the best. He had one of the top teams, one of the top 4 teams in the NBA every year. Every year.
Are they grinding? Yes or no? Are they grinding every year?
No.
Why aren't they grinding, ticket? Why aren't they grinding? They're losing and they're coming back every year, trying it again. Trying it again. So let's stop with the Warriors for a second, right? Let's hold on for Tone. I'm gonna get to you in a minute, Tone. But let's stop with the Warriors for a second and let's just stay with KD in Oklahoma City. They're losing in dog fights in the Western Conference Championship, in the NBA Finals. They're losing, but then he moves on to somewhere else. But before he does that, every year they're losing, but they're coming back. He's getting better. They're getting better. Is that not grinding?
What do you mean he's coming back? They're getting better. I don't understand that, my man. Our whole point is this: the man was with a team for 9 years. KD is just like
was he in the grind, ticket? Yes or no? Was he in the grind? That's a yes or no question, ticket. Yes or no?
Hold on, chill. I want to say this to you. I agree with Fluent. The man was offered the best amenities a man could ask for. They gave him youth. They gave him defense. They gave him a perimeter defense. They gave him post defense to Serge Ibaka, a prime Serge Ibaka, young Serge Ibaka. They gave him veteran NBA championship swag with a guy like Derek Fisher, who had won championships. They gave him everything. They gave him Reggie Jackson, a dude that could come off the bench and light it up. They gave you everything. You had James Harden on that team for a while. He had everything money could buy. They were up 3-1. You bury Steph Curry. You lose in 7. Guess what? We walking it back. We lost in 7. And when they got walked down, what happened in game 5, game 6, and game 7? KD didn't bring his ass. Period. And he got walked down. And what did he do? He turned and went to the team that smoked him.
Was he still in the grind at that point? Before he left, was he in the grind though? Yes or no?
That's not a grind. He lost.
Was he not in the grind?
So you're only grinding if you win.
Bro, no, you're not hearing what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you're saying. Clean it up, ticket. Explain what a grind is.
Hold on, The reason why he ran from a grind is the reason why he ran from a grind is because he did everything you said that LeBron James didn't have afforded to him. He had a greatly ran organization who drafted well, who made all the right moves to put this dude in a position to win championships year in and year out. Mm-hmm. His greatness wasn't great enough to win the chip. So instead of him going through the grind, when you go to 7 games and you say, you know what, I'm going to do what Jordan did when he got his ass whooped by the Pistons and Isaiah. I'm not going to leave and ask to go somewhere else. I'm going to bring my ass in the weight room. I'm coming right back and I'm dogging your ass.
Wasn't he doing that? I mean, wait. Wasn't he doing that? I'm sorry, Tone. You had something, Tone. I apologize.
Cook his ass, Tone.
We're talking about
you don't got nothing. You wouldn't like to talk about the trade?
What's there to say? Listen, the trade is sus from the beginning because you have an agent who's the son of the CEO of the team, so it's already
that's fine.
Suspicious to begin with, right? You have a team that's like $30 million over the cap with their top 4 players as it is. You're trying to say now. You know me. I say no team is a super team. But if you're going to call a team a super team, a team that has 2 all-NBA players, a guy who can average 30 points a game in the NBA, and a number 1 overall draft pick, I'd say that's a pretty good definition of a super team. Not for me, though. I call nobody a super team. But to suggest that KD of all players hasn't had a plethora of talent around him for his entire career That's my only point. I'm not saying it's his fault. I don't even care if he recruited Beal. Good for him. He wants the best players around him. Good for him. I don't care about that. But the funny part is all of this talk, all of this arguing, all of these stars on this team, and they're still not going anywhere because they have no defense. They have no depth. They have no point guard. This team is going to be a joke. And we're going to be like, wow, they're going to put up 130 some nights. Sure. They're going to give up 150 most nights too. This team is going to be the laughing stock of the NBA. That's all I have to say about this. I don't even want to talk about it because it's a horrible roster.
Thing he did in Brooklyn, Fluent, and the NBA
it's going to be just as bad as Brooklyn.
That's not just me. The NBA players online saying this is the same thing happened in Brooklyn. So it ain't just me. Ask all the dudes that's in the association right now that's cooking these dudes. Bro, they don't respect that, B. That's it gets to a point where you're line crossing, you're limit crossing. You understand what I'm saying? And he's crossing limits now, bro. And this is the point that everybody got to get home. He ain't done. No, KD ain't done. He's never done. KD gonna try. He doesn't care what none of us think. So they're gonna get rid of DeAndre Jordan.
Because KD's gonna orchestrate that. KD's gonna orchestrate that. Not the GM, not management. KD's the one who's gonna orchestrate.
Right. Let's hold on. Let's fix this narrative for a second. Please. When there's a superstar on a team, a well-respected veteran superstar, the GM, if they have any sense at all, is at minimum having conversations. Now, does that mean the superstar is making the final decision? Absolutely not. But there are conversations, and they are saying, hey, just like Krause went and Phil Jackson went to Pippen and Jordan and said, hey, we're thinking of bringing in Robin because we know the thing that killed us last year was rebounding. So if we can bring him in, but we know he's a little bit crazy. He only played 49 games because of the suspensions and whatever the year before in San Antonio. Are you okay with this? Of course they have those conversations. That's their job to do that. So yes, they're in those conversations. Now, if one of them says very strongly, I'm walking, I ain't playing with that motherfucker, then okay, you never know what. But yes, the GM still makes the final decision. But to assume that two things are happening independently, no, there's conversations happening 1,000%.
No one disagrees with that, Ticket.
Oh, yes, they did.
Who disagree with that? Who disagree with that?
Come on. Hey, Ron, I promise y'all this. Everybody that's watching this show, you going to heaven or you going to hell? These dudes some lying-ass dudes. Rewind the tape and listen to what Grilltown said. He said, and
what did I say?
He said, and I quote, I don't think this has anything to do with KD, with this boy being on the team. That's exactly what you said. And all Ron has to do is, I can rewind the tape and play what you said, sir. Because I was in here listening to you. I didn't say nothing. That's the reason why I was so turned up. When you said that, I put my cigar in my mouth. Ron put us on the double screen. And that's when I started cooking your ass because you said that. These is fact. And listen, Chilltown, I love you like a brother. I know how you
Wait a minute.
You try to cover your ass for your king. It's okay, dog.
I'm not trying to wait. First of all, I didn't even bring that up. I did not bring any of that up.
Ahead, dog. I see you two steps ahead. But if anybody rewinds it right now,
all you do is talk loud.
If I hear his name, I'm leaving. If I hear his name, I'm leaving.
All we're doing.
I'm coming with you.
All we're doing is stating the obvious, right?
You want to so
all we doing is stating the obvious. Because all of these dudes, they do on some level recruit guys. What management does talk to guys about trades. I'm 100% confident that the general manager of the Boston Celtics went to Jason Tatum and said, "We thinking about trading Jaylen Brown." And I'm sure Jason Tatum was like, "Don't do that."
I agree with you on that, Chill.
I'm sure.
Chill. I'm not saying that.
I'm sure that happened. So with that being said, this whole thing, what I mean when I say KD doesn't have anything to do with this, I don't think he has as much to do with this as we giving him.
They the ones that recruited him. It's being reported right now by Shams. They heavily recruited this dude. They even him to give up his trade clause to come to the team. Look at this. Look.
Right. Okay. Again, Ticket. I think we're going in circles here, right? That's what we're doing. Because guys recruit guys all the time.
This is the quote from Shams right here. The Suns aggressively went after Bradley Beal. I'm told even Kevin Durant and Devin Booker recruited Beal. I'm told they had better offers on the table.
Right.
But they went to the Suns because of KD.
I don't think that's news. That's not news.
Ticket. You know why them offers better offers they couldn't take it? Because Bradley Beal had a no trade clause.
Right? No. And he told him Miami or Phoenix. And Phoenix recruited him.
No, he turned down Miami.
He turned down Miami. Miami had a better deal on the table. Did you know Miami was giving up? They were giving up first-round picks. Plus, they were giving up Duncan Robinson, and they were giving you Kyle Lowry. That's better than Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, man, and 2 second-round picks and pick swap.
Of course, it's
we
better.
agreed that the trade is a bad trade.
It's better, but Bradley Beal had a no trade clause. He picked where he could go.
Boy,
That's my point.
Hey, Lo, come get this stuff.
Yeah, but I think, but Dell, let's be honest.
What is he? But no matter what they're giving up,
arguing now.
No, I understand. But let's just be real. At the end of the day, I also look at it too. Like, how can
I'm not confused. I'm not confused about anything.
Yo, fellas, we moving forward. On to the next topic. Low.
All I was gonna say there was like, how's the GM? If a GM go up,
I have to take something back from the last episode.
How could you even say no?
How
could you say no? We'll get to it. Like, how can you say I don't want Bradley Beal to come here?
No, not even the GM though. Bradley Beal has to say yes. So you keep saying Miami offered a better deal. It could have been the Lakers offering a better deal. If Bradley Beal said no, I'm not going. It's up to him.
Right.
And I'm confident that the Miami Heat.
It's up to him. I want to play with KD and Booker. It has nothing to do with the team.
And is it fair to say that there's some guys who know Bradley Beal on the Miami Heat who maybe have gotten on the telephone and was like, yo, man, you come down here.
We're not saying no.
You come down here. This is what's going on down here. We was just in the NBA Finals. You get on our crew. I'm sure that that's going on there too.
Hey, we're not saying no. Hold on, Rob. Ask Lo what he think about this. Go ahead, Lo.
Low down in the house. What up, Low down? What up, Low down?
Man. That man KD is cooked, boy.
Thank you, Lo. Don't ride with his boy today. See?
That's tough.
Y'all in real trouble now.
That's tough, boy. He cooked. KD.
When we join forces, it's over with, bro. You already know how it's me and Mars. But when it's me and the
no one's against you. No one is against you.
Oh, you're against me, Grilltown. We're gonna put up the video and we're gonna run it back on your lying ass.
I'm always against you. I'm always against you. Every opportunity I get to punch you in your nose, I'm doing it. Every opportunity I get to crack your nose, I'm doing it. Right there. Every opportunity I get to crack your nose, I'm doing it.
Hey, bring it.
I just think that KD is kind of he's in the biggest lose-lose situation.
Oh, okay.
He just should have just stayed in Brooklyn. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like
he should have stayed in Oklahoma City, Lo. That's where he should have stayed.
Facts.
He should have just stayed.
I don't know about that.
He should have stayed in Golden State and just rolled over to the sunset.
It's a poorly built super team.
All playoffs. I'm on this. I'm coming back and forth. I'm hearing everyone up here. This is Devin Booker team. Dev Booker. That Shams article everyone just showed me, it says Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, but the whole topic of discussion is only one person we're talking about.
Right.
It shows just below what I've been saying. He's in a lose-lose. No matter what, y'all can say, oh, Devin Booker is the Devin Booker team. We know whenever he steps on a place, it's consumed by him. Also, no one said nothing about Devin Booker running from nothing. Why? Because he was there first. That article shams that you'll keep running back to. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant heavily recruited Bradley Beal.
They always talk about the better player. You always talk about the better player.
Oh no, but all playoffs, Devin Booker was the best player on that team. To y'all, he's better. You're saying he's better than KD.
That's because KD didn't show up.
He was carrying.
Yeah, that's because KD didn't show up, nigga. What you talking about?
Dude averaging 28 a game, but he ain't show up. This is the most ridiculous shit I ever heard.
I don't know why we're playing. Why are we playing?
Quiet 26, quiet 27 a game, but he didn't show up. Because the other dude on this team had a stretch where he was shooting like 80%, but KD didn't show up.
I love that you said that too, because KD get traded to the Suns. It's not KD went to SUPERTEAM. It's not Devin Booker wanted KD to come here. It's none of that. It's just where KD's going.
But
KD
you know why? Dale, you know why? Kevin Durant brings negative attention wherever he goes ever since he went to the Warriors. There's negative press around him. There are people that when he went to the Warriors, they said, you know what? I don't care what happens. He's always going to be on my bad list. I'm always going to badmouth him on what he does well, what he does wrong. The same way when people went, and I'm hating, I got to freaking do this. But when LeBron went to Miami, it was a bunch of people that said no matter what he can do, this move terminates.
That was the narrative forever. I'm
going to say whatever I'm going to say. And it 100%. Is that. People have biases. Fans have biases. Mm-hmm. Kevin Durant is people. I have a Kevin Durant bias. I open the show up saying, yeah, their second round exit. Because I openly hate on Kevin Durant, but I admit it.
I hate this.
That's all
I
it
hate the
is.
trade. We didn't even talk about. I hate the fit.
I
I'm about
openly
to
hate
say
on
the
KD
fit. The fit is terrible.
I hate everything.
The fit is
Nah,
bad.
that's
It's a bad
Dale,
fit.
Dale, tell us why you don't like the trade, Dale.
openly.
Kevin
horrible
Durant had
trade.
an all-world regular
Hold on, when
season
he
last
finished.
year. He was shooting all great percentages from the regular season. And the last two postseasons, Kevin Durant field goal percentage has plummeted to levels. He shot 22%. Hold on. This is why.
Kobe Bryant's not shooting 22% from three.
He shot 22%.
It plummeted to Kobe Bryant's true shooting levels. That's where.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, but that's in the 2000s. It's a different era of basketball.
Oh, the rims is bigger.
No, the defense that's being played is different. The defense that's being played is different. It's different defense. Even you know it's different. Even you know his defense is being played is different. So let's not do that. The defense.
And he shot 45 from the field, low. But in the regular season, in the last 2 years, he's over 50. He's damn near at 40. He's damn near at 90. As soon as he gets to the playoffs, this man out here getting carried. And by the way,
wait a minute. Why are we talking about Kevin Durant like Kevin Durant was rolling all season? That he didn't miss 2 months and only played 8 games with Phoenix and then gets right to the playoffs, and we expect him to roll like he did, like he was just coming. Why are we doing that? There's no reason why we should do that.
Why are we talking about Kevin Durant? What a waste of time. You're right.
What was your question, Ron?
I would like to hear how you guys feel about the trade, but you specifically, Dale. You said you hated the trade. Why do you not like it?
First of all, I don't think for this team, I don't think they have the right coach. So I wish they would have made this team first and then find the coach. I don't see Frank Vogel, a defensive-minded coach, does with this offense. Hopefully it works, but I don't see it. They need a point guard, just a pace. Like Rondo in his prime on this team would make this team, I feel like, amazing. But I don't see a point guard out there who they could get. Who's playing the one? Is it Devin Booker at the 3, Bradley Beal at the 3, or I guess it's positionless? I just don't. I really don't see I don't see where it's going. I just don't. It's the same fit I got when I'm not as bad because Bradley Beal semi could shoot than Russ going to the Lakers, but I don't see the makeup as of yet. Maybe when the bench fills out, who they got coming off, who they got as the point guard or controlling the game with pace or whatever. But right now I just don't see it. I don't see
Chris Dunn.
But this is let's not forget. I'll get to the Suns in a second. What a horrible trade for Washington. They got two players that they're just going to release. They're waiving both, Chris Paul and Shamet. The 2 second rounders, which unless you get Jokic, your second round picks are typically useless. So they got nothing. They basically traded Bradley Beal for nothing. That is a horrible trade for Washington. On the Phoenix side, it doesn't make sense because and then on the Phoenix side, I just want to say, how does it make sense unless you're trading, and I guess we're going to see this soon, that you're trading Ayton because Ayton was complaining about getting touches. You got Beal, Booker, and KD. Ayton might as well not even run to the offensive end of the court. He might as well just stay back on defense the whole time. Yeah. Like, this is a disaster for both. It's the worst possible trade I think I've ever seen.
Well, number one, they're not
ever seen
might be crazy. Yeah, ever seen might be.
Well, number one, they're not waiving Chris Paul. The fact that Chris Paul just got traded to Washington, now his contract is guaranteed. So the $15 million that he was going to be owed to Phoenix, only playing half the season, him getting on the Washington Wizards, now that deal goes to the $30 million that he was guaranteed. So he's not eating a dollar of that money. He's going to play. He's going to get paid every last bit of that, which is actually good. And the reason why that's good is because Chris Paul can maybe, just possibly, play a little bit enough to interest some trade from some people. Just possible. I know that sounds crazy.
But no, that doesn't. I thought you were going somewhere else. I thought you were going somewhere.
He may interest some trade from some other people. Now, what we're also going to do is KP is coming off the books, right? So with KP coming off the books, they have to sign him so that they can at least trade him to get a first-round pick, maybe a couple of first-round picks. Because when you get to that point where when you're coming off your star player, more than likely you're starting over. So if you're starting over, I need draft capital. And I don't have draft capital with 6 2s. That's not going to work. That's not nearly enough.
Yo, Mars, I would like for you and Lo to tell us some possible ways that you could see Phoenix possibly making this manageable. What can they do? Who can they sign? What moves can they make? What do you guys foresee in your crystal balls?
They have crystal balls?
Unless
I knew somebody was going to do it. I just knew it. Go ahead, Mars. I'm sorry. Focus, Tone.
I shouldn't even threw the bait.
I knew it was coming. I knew somebody was going to say something. I'm sorry, Mars. Focus, Tone.
Unless Jesus Christ himself can run the point for Phoenix, I don't see the way this makes sense. Unless DeAndre Ayton has some more trade value than we all seem to think, which I don't know.
I heard he was more of a dirty work guy, power forward. But anyways, go ahead.
Unless you can get something that would be viable for DeAndre Ayton, they just don't have the money to make something make sense. Like you're going to end up having a bunch of minimum contract guys from like 5 through 13 on your roster. So I don't know what the answer is, but if I also doubt they're going to figure out the answer. If there is an answer, I don't think they're going to be the ones who are going to find it. But they just like, no matter what we come up with, they just don't have the money to make a viable roster work, which is why I think this is a terrible trade for them.
You're not ready for the real answer.
What's the real answer?
The real answer is the only way to make this team work, because it will never it'll never happen. Let me say that first. They trade Ayton and Booker to bring in a bunch of pieces. They're not going to do that. That's the only way you can.
Why would they trade Ayton and Booker?
Because they don't. There's no way this team works. Even if you trade away Ayton, you're not getting enough back to make Beal, Booker, and KD work. You're not. And they're not going to do that. So this team does not work unless they do something.
What do you need back, Tone? Like, you don't need a star guard. You need a solid guard. Yeah. You don't need
even a solid guard costs too much money for them.
Who's a solid guard you're getting for Ayton, and now then you're completely thin up front. Well, why did Denver run through everybody this season? Because no one had anyone up front to compete with them.
But we talked about Denver basically stealing Aaron Gordon. I mean, the difference is that they did have money to do that, and the contracts are looking real tricky right now. So
yeah, they have no money.
Yeah, the contracts are looking really tricky right now. That's why I'm looking at Washington and not Washington. I'm looking at Phoenix. I'm thinking Denver ain't looking at them dudes, and they're afraid of them. I don't think they're looking at them at all. No, not at all.
Phoenix just needs to manage to get 7 guys. 7 guys that can hoop, and then obviously the role guys. But if they could get 7 dudes that can hoop, I think they'd be all right.
How did they do that?
I'm not saying the move to me, Mars. The pivotal piece to all this for them to even make anything shake is DeAndre Ayton. I don't know, I don't think all of us here are high on Ayton, but somebody, one man's trash, another man's trash. There's somebody out there that values DeAndre Ayton.
But if they did,
in order to get 7 guys, if they trade 8, and you're saying they need to get 4 competent guys back for DeAndre Ayton.
Nothing crazy. I'm just talking something that can just work. Something that can just work.
I can see J-Rob. Let me ask you a question, J-Rob. Has Ayton's stock, you think, gone up or down since he signed that contract?
I think it actually went down. I think they were going to move. They should have moved him last year.
Perfect. Yeah. So I agree with you that it went down. I'm glad you said that. Yeah. So when he signed that contract, who's the only ones that were interested in him?
Indiana,
Charlotte, Indiana were the only 2.
Pacers. The Pacers.
So you only had 2 teams interested you at that point. You got restricted Phoenix matches, and we all agree his value's gone down since then. Who's trading away good quality players like you said for Ayton?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't
even think the Mavs will do it.
The thing is, I don't know. Fluent. The only thing that the only bargaining piece that they have is him. That's my point. The only thing they have.
I like the Mavs too.
But this is my thing. Taking it down.
Hold on. Tim Hardaway Jr., Josh Green.
I'm just telling you they're going to try. Hey, remember I told y'all first. They're going to try to get Kyrie.
Enough of the Kyrie Irving logic, Ticket. Enough of the Kyrie Irving logic.
They're going to try. Hold on, bro. Listen, I'm telling you. So when it come up on the big reports, you remember I told you first. They're going to get Kyrie to try to take lesser in a sign and trade. They're going to try to get Kyrie to take lesser in a sign and trade, and then add 1 or 2 of those other guys on that Mavs roster to send them Ayton. Because if you think about it, the Mavs need Ayton because they're losing Christian Woods. Christian Woods is leaving the team now. He's a free agent. He's not going back. So they don't have a big man now, except for Kleber. So, and I think that depending on what Kleber's contract is, he could be a dude that could be thrown in that deal to go to the Suns. So
with Kyrie Irving,
it's all on Kyrie Irving. Does Kyrie Irving how bad does him and KD want to play with each other again?
Right.
Are the Phoenix Suns willing to take on Kyrie? Because there was word before this deal went down that they were willing to think about going back down that road. You understand? So I do believe that it's all on Kyrie because in my heart, I don't think Dallas wants Kyrie that money.
I don't know. Phoenix
Yeah,
did
but I was
call.
gonna ask, what about the contract?
Toronto?
Does he want,
Phoenix
like, a
did
long-term
call Toronto,
deal?
but assigned a trade for Fred VanVleet.
That's where I was going. So the reason why Kyrie,
because Kyrie wants to, but doesn't Kyrie want like a 3-4 year deal?
VanVleet's gonna get $30 million. So he's gonna get $30 million.
Yeah, hey, Mars, don't make your face like that. I know that sounds ridiculous. Don't make your face like that.
That's what he wanted. Like, that's what they report that he's commanding 30+.
And if you're Kyrie,
he can command it, but
you'll take Kyrie.
Somebody gonna give it to him. Somebody's gonna give it to him. Come on. We've seen worse contracts.
What's the going rate for what's the going rate? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Ticket, but what's the going rate for a starting point guard on a playoff team in today's game? What's the going rate?
20 to 25.
So 20 to 25 million.
I'm about to say
right?
like, yeah.
So 25 million. So we may be $5 million off.
Oh, that's on the high end. 25.
But he's gonna get
Fred VanVleet is like in the middle to low end. He's not
Fred
high.
VanVleet is like a 22 million.
Yeah, he's
I
agree.
Everyone knows the cap's going up over the next couple of years, and someone's going to overpay him by, like I said, I don't think 30. I'm thinking more like 25. But he's going to get that.
What
25.
did Jalen Brunson get from the Knicks?
30, 15.
4 years, 100 million.
No, he
4 years, 100 million.
He got over 100. He got over 100.
I'm sure it was 100 million
right now.
1,520
right now.
He got over 100. What
Brunson's getting paid 27, 26, 24, 24. He's going down.
4 years,
Right.
104.
104. I thought it was 100.
Or 104 with it regressing.
19 to
104.
23.
So
He got the
that
most
contract
money
is front loaded. It ain't back loaded.
Yeah, Fred VanVleet might be an 18 million type of guy.
Yeah, I'm about to
18
say.
21. 18
Yeah.
to
I
21.
don't agree with that. It's a few teams that'll pay Fred VanVleet that money.
Yeah, they'll be dumb. No, he can get that money, but it's a.
We agree he's not worth it. We agree he's not worth it, but that's what he's going to get.
Yeah,
And
credit to him for getting his money. I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mars. We got to remember who we're talking about here. We're talking about a Fred VanVleet he's going into year 8, right? So he's going into year 8. I think he's looking for security more than anything. I don't think Fred VanVleet. I don't think Fred VanVleet is looking at a team going, "Yo, I'm trying to compete for a championship." He would stay in Toronto if they put 120 million in 4 years on the table.
No.
He wouldn't go anywhere. But they're not going to do that. That's why.
No
one is doing that.
I think VanVleet's going to
Hey,
Philadelphia.
a dark horse y'all gotta look at is Miami, and I think that's sending Caboose back to Toronto. I'm talking about Kyle Lowry.
So he can retire.
Back to Toronto. I think you should look at Miami because I think Miami's going to swing in. I think they're going to. Well, we can call him tank ass or Caboose, whatever y'all want to call him. But anyway,
we call him BBL now.
Yeah, I think he goes. I think Fred VanVleet ends up in Miami in a sign and trade, and I think they bring back Kyle Lowry along with a guy like a Duncan Robinson, along with some of those picks. I think that's what comes back for Fred.
I don't know who y'all think Fred VanVleet is, but
yeah, that's what I'm
Wait. Hold on. Who do you think
be champion All-Star? That's who he is.
I think he's like
to this day, I don't know how we made the All-Star team. But
100%. Tone, how do I feel about Fred VanVleet?
He cannot be the starting point guard on a championship on a very good team.
No. That's what I think.
Okay, I'm about to say, because when we say how much does a starter get paid, I don't even know if he's like a qualified starter. So that's what I'm saying.
With the Raptors? No.
He's not a qualified starter.
No, he ain't qualified starter.
Nah, he's a qualified starter. He's not.
He can start. Yeah, he can start. Yeah, he can start in the NBA.
Don't do that, though.
He's a starter.
What did he average?
He's a what?
Like almost 20.
I think it was like 18 and like 7.
How confident are you guys that Fred VanVleet is better than Terry Rozier?
Way
Definitely better.
He's better.
Why is he definitely better? Why?
He got a championship.
He do everything better than Terry. Besides defense, he do everything better than Terry.
Right. We're not going to do that, Mars. But when I think about VanVleet, I do think about a better distributor. I think I think he's a better distributor. I think Terry Rozier is a better athlete. I will give you that. But I think that VanVleet is headier. I think he's a better distributor. I think he's more poised. And him being more of a veteran and being in those situations, I would rather have VanVleet than Terry Rozier.
They might be same type years in the league, so the veteran thing.
Not much. Now, Mars, understand the difference. Now, we're not talking about a huge gap.
Yeah, that's fine. If you think there's a conversation to be had, I mean,
it's different being the veteran guy on a crappy team.
I don't know.
I'm looking at these numbers. Hey,
I don't know what.
Hey, side by side, this might be a mirror. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm talking about. It's not like it's a huge gap. It's like
statistically sure,
we're basically talking about.
All-Star has Fred been?
One. He should not have even been in.
He was a replacement. He was
He was a replacement. He shouldn't have even really been an all-star.
But he's outplayed in their head-to-head matchups. Fred is outplayed Rozier
in 2022. I'm not saying he's as bad as Rozier. Rozier is like the most
23. He was an all-star as well. No.
And also, Terry Rozier was inefficient this year because LaMelo missed most of the year. Last year, he was actually
playing off of him. He was a lot better playing.
If you want to judge Terry Rozier based on this year, I mean, I guess, but the last 2 years before that, I think
Fred had a down year.
Okay, was it a down year last year? I'm not saying was it a down year last year?
For Fred, yeah.
He was more okay. So Fred had a down year.
Normal year?
Wait. So what was a good year for Fred shooting wise?
I don't know that he's had a really good year. I don't know.
Exactly.
They don't exist.
I'm not high on Fred.
But Terry Rozier has consistently been he's been more efficient than Fred VanVleet though.
Yeah, but they're also asked to do different things. Fred is a combo guard that they're trying to make a point guard, but all he wants to do is shoot because they have no one who can make shots on the team.
And bad shots too, Tone. Not just shoot, bad shots.
Yeah, so you can't really look at just the numbers there. You got to actually.
Yeah, and that's the road Terry Rozier was in this year. That's the road Terry Rozier was in this year.
Since Rozier's been in Charlotte, what has he been asked to do? Literally
does the exact same thing.
Like literally just be a bucket. Like
doesn't he play off ball? Doesn't he play off ball to ball?
Sometimes LaMelo Ball plays just as many games as his brother, so there's a lot of times he's on ball.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Fred has no one to pass him the ball. Fred has no one to pass him the ball. No,
I think that
so it's easier
realistically
when you have someone even part time. I guess I don't know. Again, I'm not high on either one of them. I think they're both.
I'm not.
I
think they're in the same tier. That's why
I think Jake.
Let's be clear. You can ask. Chill. I've been all season. I was saying they should have Fred come off the bench or something or trade him.
Yeah.
He hates VanVleet. He can't stand.
To answer your question, Ron, though, it's similar to what Mark said.
Just get out of here. Go. The fact that they said they might re-sign him, I was like, hell no.
The team itself is just like flawed exponentially. Like it's a team that has no real like quality, high level ball handling, shot creation from the point guard position. Anybody going to put constant rim pressure on the team can manipulate defenses and create advantages for some of these shooters off of just sheer dribble penetration. And then whatever they get for DeAndre Ayton, if they don't get enough of that, then they're probably also going to be lacking at the 5 position as well. So then you're not going to have the size when you move off of DeAndre Ayton. And then because, like, I think Fluent said it great, like last season when he was a free agent and he was asked to go out and go get a contract, nobody really gave him a contract. It was just one, maybe 2 other teams that were interested, but that was it. And now his value's gone down. So I don't know what you get for DeAndre Ayton outside of potentially bad contracts in return or players who are just not as serviceable. Sure, maybe Dallas has something out there. I think probably closer to Atlanta. I think Atlanta is probably another team that has some contracts that they probably want to move around and they probably get a more adequate front court presence offensively. But like there just isn't that many teams out there that's going to really answer a lot of problems for them. And then even if that does happen, you still have the bench that also needs to be addressed.
So with that being said, Lo, and I got a question for you, Lo, because everything that you just said suggests to me that he probably is who he is. So it's obvious that I'm not coveted on the open market because only one team asked for me. And that one team that asked for me, they ended up matching the deal, right? So now I ended up getting a deal where I did not outperform my contract. In fact, I went the other way. So now my value decreases. So with that being said, with the new coach in Frank Vogel being the defensive-minded coach that he is, because you had mentioned this to me a while ago about Frank Vogel being as good as he is, and you also mentioned about how DeAndre Ayton also wanting to be a number 1. Well, it's obvious that he's not that. So is it fair to say that Frank Vogel may very well turn DeAndre Ayton into more of a defender and more of a rebounder and a rim runner, as opposed to him wanting to go somewhere else? Because those options clearly aren't there.
Well, then, but you would have to.
You think he's going to do that though?
I'm about to say that's what he has to be motivated to do those things.
Yeah,
what options does he have though, Lo? Is that's
to request a trade? So like if
what's available?
I mean, for him, it doesn't really matter. He just wants to be out. If DeAndre Ayton wanted to be the lead option,
sign and trade with the Warriors.
Jesus Christ, no.
Bring Ayton to the Warriors. And
hold that thought, J-Rob. Hold that thought, J-Rob. Keep going, Lo.
If DeAndre Ayton wanted to be a lead option scoring wise, and that's what the identity if he wanted to be, somebody coming in and telling him that he has to be a defensive oriented player. Like, I don't know how he's motivated to do that. And so in theory, like, it sounds great, like turn him more into a defender. And I agree that would be the best way to maximize him on the team if he decides to stay. However, I don't think that's who DeAndre Ayton wants to be, nor do I think he has the makeup nor the motor to do that. So I don't know if he's going to be as motivated to be those things. And I agree with Dell. I don't know, like you should have, if you want to make this significant of a change, you should have just waited before you made the change to go hire a coach, because that's just like, you got a defensive oriented coach who in many regards is inept offensively with his imagination and his scheme. And then you got a bunch of players who are offensively leaning, but you're going to need something schematically to maximize who they all are, because a lot of them have very similar playing styles in terms of jump shot shooting, inability to get constant rim pressure, kind of relying on a playmaker and passer to kind of get them open for quality looks to really maximize who they are. You don't have that on this team, so you should have just waited until you made this change before you went out to get a coach, because Frank Vogel is more of a defensive-oriented coach who's going to thrive with defensive-oriented pieces, not somebody who's going to be great offensively with questionable defensive pieces. Like, I just don't see that at all.
Quick side note, really quick question, Tony.
You act like this ownership and management have a plan. From what
they
I'm saying,
don't.
they don't.
Clearly don't. They clearly don't.
Quick side note, and I'm the oldest dude up here, so I'm a little delirious. What exactly does rim pressure mean?
Like just driving to the basket.
Wouldn't I be putting pressure on the defense? Wouldn't I be putting pressure on the defense?
It's similar thing, but you can put pressure on defense.
Putting pressure on the rim usually causes the defense to collapse, whereas putting pressure on the defense from the 3-point line causes the defense to extend. There's two different types of pressure that causes different reactions.
Okay.
And then it depends on the different type of shots you want to create. Rim pressure usually creates open threes. Pressure from the perimeter usually creates open layups. It's that type of.
See, I'm talking basketball, folks. I need to understand the lingo. This stuff changes, and I got to get with the times. I don't know what rim pressure.
You got the same thing, but it's just rim pressure, just a more specific way to put pressure.
Okay, I just need to understand what rim pressure meant. Okay, I'm with y'all.
Hey, chill. I love you, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
I love you, bro. Hey,
I got you,
I'm gonna say this to you, man. Hey, Lo, let me ask you one question. Do you think KD ducked the grind in OKC?
I think he ducked the grind.
Lo, answer this, and then I want to hear Damo.
Answer the question, Lo. Do you think KD ducked the grind in OKC?
I guess, yeah, technically yes.
Thank you.
All right, Damo.
Was he in the grind, Lo?
Yeah, I think that's the grind.
Okay.
When you play with Russ,
and then he ducked the grind
and then opened the side door and walked out of it.
And he ducked it. So that's what we said. He ducked the grind.
So two things can be right.
No.
Oh yes, because he was in it. Yeah, yes.
Playing with Westbrook is a grind.
Because he was in it, and then he was out of it.
Playing with Russ is a grind. That's a grind.
Now, Lo, here's why these dudes contradict themselves, Lo. He just admitted that they were a great ran organization, OKC. This is a small market team that was a great ran organization. But for some reason, Grillio Sparks, Mr. Grilltown up here, seems to think it's okay. He don't have no problem with KD going. Oh, I ain't gonna say that, but he doesn't want to admit that this man ducked the grind by going to a team that smoked him when he was up 3-1.
I didn't say he didn't. Whoa! Stop right there.
If Luka leaves right now, is he ducking the grind?
It depends on where he goes.
Hold on.
If he goes to a super team. If he goes to the
ticket, you such a hypocrite. You got some nerve. I'm so sick of you, yo.
Hold on. If he go to a team that don't got no super team, if he go to one of the worst teams in the league, how he ducking the grind?
Yeah, that would just be dumb.
Why would he go from bad to worse?
Go to one of the best teams. If he was to go to the goddamn,
which we know for a fact that he would not go. We know for a fact he would not go to San Antonio.
To the Pistons if you're at the top of your game.
Yeah, he's not gonna go to the Pistons, so he would go to a better team. That's the whole reason why he would leave, to go to a better team.
No, you're only respected if you go to like a lower team and make them superior. That's how you're respected.
Go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry.
Yo, Damo, what's your question?
9 years somewhere and ducking the grind. It just makes no sense to me.
I forgot the question.
All
you
right,
know
sure.
he did too.
Hey, when you remember, come back to it. But
Gotcha.
the question that I got for everybody up here.
DeAndre Ayton, just if that jogged your memory, but I guess I don't know.
Oh, boom,
There you
right away. All right, bet. Look, so we can all agree because if DeAndre Ayton doesn't get moved, and now we're looking at a Suns roster of again point guard Book, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant,
TJ Warren.
At the 4. Like I said, Ox at the 3, and their bench is Kemba Walker.
I can still pass.
Michael Porter Williams.
They
They bring Dwight Howard over. They go get Perry Jones from overseas. They signed Ticket to play center too. Like when they got the,
I hear Jake Cole's available from the Scarborough Shooting Stars.
He's a part-time player. You know,
They should bring back Jimmy Fredette. They should bring Jimmy Fredette back.
Jimmy Fredette.
I need to act because I had this take because when this trade happened, Lowe started the space yesterday, and I said this then, and Lowe seemed to have a problem with it. What are y'all's expectations? If that's their team, their core is those 4 guys. That's your expectation. So you expect a championship?
Hold on.
If they're gonna sign me a ticket, we gotta get it done.
You got 2 top 20 dudes and a top 30 dude. That you should be able to win a chip.
You telling me that team with Lance Stevenson as their 6th man win a championship?
No, I'm saying right now with the Suns. I'm saying right now they should have championship expectations.
No. Not what their expectations should be. I know they think they should win the title. That's what they should think.
What's their conference final?
No. Hold on. That's my expectation because I think. This is the reason why I get upset. I think KD's one of the best players in the league. So if you're supposed to be one of the best,
maybe we can get Lou Will out of retirement.
Hold on, if you're supposed to
bring back Melo. Bring back Melo.
Hold on. Ticket. If he's supposed to be one of the best players in the league, keep going.
And then you got Devin Booker, who's supposed to be one of the top 20 players in the league. Mm-hmm. Then you got Bradley Beal, who's supposed to be one of the top 30 players in the league. Bro, you should have championship expectations.
They about to have Jabari Parker playing 15 minutes a game. How is that a championship team?
So how many teams do you expect to win a championship?
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Look at the Bucks. They got one of the top 3 players in the world, and the other 2 dudes ain't even top 20.
And I had to
put it in. They're gonna bring back Joe Johnson.
Hold on. I'm gonna repeat myself again. Now look at the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat got a dude that y'all say ain't top 5 and top 10. They got a whole bunch of dudes that's out of the top 30. Somehow they in the NBA Finals every year. This dude don't get no damn excuse, man. He don't get no excuse, bro. No excuse.
Okay, again, let's relax. Let's breathe a little bit. Because my question is, what is everyone's individual expectations? And that's all.
Let's go around the room. All right, Ticket, we heard yours.
There you go.
All right, Mars, what's your expectations of the Phoenix Suns?
Maybe the conference finals.
Okay.
Low.
Ticket made a good point because why can't they just have a bunch of Gabe Vincents actually play well?
Right.
Why can't they do that?
Right.
What's stopping them from doing?
I'm not mad at that point. Right.
What true leader is on this team?
Oh, so okay.
Well, that sounds like a KD.
Now that sounds like a KD
problem. That sounds like a KD problem, and that's why you shouldn't expect them to win a championship because they don't have a real leader.
Oh, but no, I don't think.
Damo, I'm seeing it now. Now I'm seeing it.
Yeah, now Damo.
Now I see it. Yeah, now I see it.
So to answer the question, Ron, no, I still think Kevin Durant is good enough to be the best player on the championship team. I still think that. So I still think they should have expectations to win a championship. They wouldn't be at the top of my list.
No.
What do you expectations or your expectations?
I know that's my expectation. They should stay. Yeah, I still would put expectations for them to win the championship. It won't be the top of the list.
You expect them to win a championship?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, you expect them to win.
If you expect the team to win a championship, if you expect the team to win a championship, that means you should think they're the best team in the league.
No.
You can't expect multiple teams to win the ring. That doesn't make sense.
You didn't think Milwaukee, Boston, Denver?
No, I expected Philly to win the championship. I didn't expect the other teams. That's it. You can only expect one.
You were serious about that shit, more?
Yes, he was.
I thought that
I was with him too.
You can't expect 2 teams from the West and 3 teams from the East to win. That doesn't make sense.
Is that what you're saying? Do I think
I guess he's asking who are championship contenders?
That's what I'm saying. That's a different question.
Okay. So Ron, are you asking who do I expect to win or who's championship contenders?
Well, I asked.
No. I'm asking you, how far do you think Phoenix will go?
What are your expectations of the Phoenix Suns?
Yeah, what is your individual?
First round, second round.
I guess my individual expectation is at the highest Western Conference Finals, but I think they should be in a conversation to be a title contender.
Yeah, they're contenders. I agree, they're contenders, but that's a different.
The conversation thing is
they got the fourth highest odds right now.
So then hold on. So then KD ain't who y'all say he is.
Sports bettors out there.
I don't think KD is as good as a lot of other people.
I ain't talking about you, Lo. I'm talking about the other dudes. If they saying that they
he's exactly who I say he is.
I'm about to say.
I think he's talking to Del. I think he's talking to Del.
Oh, it has to be Del.
Let's get everybody predictions.
The Phoenix Suns could have went a different route. They could have went the route of we're gonna use CP3 and we're gonna use Ayton to get us a whole bunch of other exemplary parts to go around these guys and build these guys up. They didn't do that. They went after They went after stars. They went after all stars in the league. So now that you're going after these guys, you can't complain about the rest of the roster. You got to go get it done. That's just like when LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh teamed up. They teamed up. They said, you know what? We got to be the main reason why we win. It can't be because of these other minimal contract dudes. Them dudes going to come and play just because they want to be on for the ride. But when you got dudes like Jokic winning, and everybody said that what? Some people think Murray is a fringe top 20 player. Giannis wins a chip. Chris Middleton ain't no top 20. He wasn't no top 20 player when Giannis won a chip. Then you look at the Toronto Raptors. Kawhi won a chip with Toronto. I dare Fluent to tell me one player that was top 30 on that team that year.
Siakam wasn't top 30 that year?
No.
It was.
Debatably.
I don't have a top 30 list.
Exactly. I'm gonna say debatably. I'll say debatably.
Don't do that, Fluent.
I'll say that debatably. I don't know.
He wasn't top 30 that year.
Not that year.
I don't know if he was top 30. I don't know if he was.
He only averaged like 15 points, bro.
Wait, real quick,
I can name you 30 dudes that were playing better than him that year.
Wait,
what's
Fluent,
up,
you
want
to know what my expectation is?
Yeah. Yes. I want to know everybody's.
Playing.
Okay, that's that's very fair, honestly.
Well, they lose in the play-in, or
No, they're going to be a play-in team. If they make it in, they're going to lose in the first round.
Okay.
That's pretty fair.
Damo, what do you think? Or J-Rob, what do you think?
I'm gonna go Western Conference Finals.
Okay,
Crazy.
okay. Chilltown?
I think they're a second round exit at best.
Why is that, Chill?
Which means they're a first round exit, but he wants to be nice.
Why is that, Chill?
That's honestly what they were this year. They just got lucky Kawhi got hurt.
That's what I'm asking them.
To be honest.
That's probably true.
Well, I'll absolutely answer the question. So the teams that you brought up. So let's talk about the Toronto Raptors. That crew was together for a long time. Let's talk about the Miami Heat. That crew was together for a long time. You're putting this crew together, right? You putting this crew together without any other players, and we don't know what this is. I'm not equating Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal to LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. I'm not equating them to those guys because at that point they were different players, right? Not only was
Beal wasn't. They wasn't bad. Hold on, Devin Booker isn't playing on this probably the same level right now.
As who? As
D-Wade.
No.
Hold on. Devin Booker led his team to the NBA Finals too, right? Him and Chris Paul, right?
He's not as good as D-Wade.
I'm saying, hold on. I'm saying because at that time, what did Devin Booker average these last 3 years in a row?
I don't care. He's not as good as D-Wade.
Hold on. Devin Booker was not. He was not.
Ticket. You're missing the point. No, he wasn't. Not only was Devin Booker.
No, he's not as good as D-Wade.
No, he's not.
No, he was not.
In 2010, Devin Booker is not better than 2010 Dwayne Wade. No, he is not. No, he is not. And
yeah, when they got
together in the beginning of the 10-11 season, Kevin Durant is on the other side of who he is. He's not close to what James was.
No,
he wasn't close. As good as James was.
27.8 points per game. D-Wade did that once.
What are you talking about here?
Hey, move on. We don't need to. We don't.
No. We gonna sit right here, little boy. Sit your ass down.
So, Oxendale, I need to hear y'all predictions on how far or your expectations of the Phoenix Suns this year.
You go first, Dale.
Yeah, I got Suns probably losing second round.
Okay.
Unless I don't see the full range of the trade. You can't bring up a team like Miami when you're saying, oh, like Ticket was like, Miami did it with Gabe Vincent. The yada yada. I put 3 other superstars. I put KD. I put other players there this year. I don't think Miami do the same thing. I guess they fit was just perfect. How they played, they followed Vince. Jimmy don't mean Jimmy's better than those players. It means who Jimmy is worked out for that Miami Heat organization. It doesn't matter with whatever else. But for this Suns team, yeah, second round. I don't know the full roster though. I know 4 or 5 players. So with what they have now,
it's literally 4. It's literally 4 players under contract. It's
right.
4.
Yeah, so it could change, but their big 3 or super team that y'all think they have,
and Josh Okogie too.
And Josh Okogie.
That's like 7 names right there.
Bro, shut up.
My guy Torrey Craig is there. That's my dog too. Personally, shout out to Torrey Craig.
That's an 8-man rotation, right?
They're gonna be.
No, they don't. I believe
7 guys.
Nah, that's like so. So for my prediction though, Ron, it kind of depends. Like it depends on what they do. If they can move Ayton and get some quality pieces, and I think if they could do that, bro, they got championship action for sure.
But as of right now,
as of right now, if. And so what they got to do? They got to get some maybe some undrafted players, some unsigned players.
Undrafted or vet minimum.
Look for some guys that went to college. You know, played 4 years college ball. Some smart guys, some thinkers, some shooters, some hustle players. You give Bradley Beal a lot of second unit
like
minutes,
Caleb Martin.
Guys, hustle players,
like
guys
that
got high basketball IQ.
Christian Brown.
And then find a solid point guard. Give Bradley Beal a lot of second unit minutes. This team
get Dwight out. Go get Dwight out. Get Dwight out of Taiwan.
This team has the firepower to go to the Western Conference Finals for sure.
Bro, but
See,
they don't have a point guard. That's
this is where it's nasty.
Campaign played point guard.
Man, you talking about the dude with the cocked up face?
That's him. The very one.
That's him. Is crazy.
That dude is a walking BFI dump truck, man.
See, this is where I agree with Ticket. Like, why isn't? And I think it does speak volumes of KD, but I also don't think that highly of KD is aside of other people. Like, why can't they just do that? Like, why can't they just go get like rookies and just like unproven? Like, why can't they? Like, what's okay? So that's the point. Because like, if that's the case, then why shouldn't they be? Because if the Miami Heat, and albeit Spoelstra is a better coach than Vogel, but in the Miami Heat just did that. Christian Brown was playing pivotal minutes, and he was a rookie this past year in the postseason, and he went through the entire run. Austin Reeves, I mean, I don't like literally he was an undrafted and he was his second year. Like, why can't they? Like, why is it? Why
we talking about different units though, Lo? We talking about different units constructed differently.
With the exception of Miami, we're talking about one player on a roster who's contributing. Miami's an outlier, but they also have the best coach in the league. And they just started shooting 40% from 3, which is definitely an outlier. But every other team we're talking about one guy who's contributing as an undrafted or a rookie. In Phoenix, we're going to be talking about what, 3 or 4 guys you're asking to do that? Like,
no, because Mars, they don't got to do much. Mars, they don't got to do much.
You're gonna
the big man to rebound.
I agree with you. You don't have to do much. But then like that, it's TJ. You still bringing back TJ Warren. You're still bringing back Campaign. You're still bringing back I guess Wainwright, if you want to, you can bring back Torrey Craig. Like, it's not like there's other veterans on the team that you can bring back.
Right. These are all have to be.
The problem. Wait. This is my point, though. This is my point.
Gotta keep big.
These are. But if I had said in the top of the year that Austin Reeves was going to be playing pivotal minutes in the playoffs, you also will be laughing at that, correct? Right. If I said in the beginning, in the beginning of the season, if I had said Rui Hachimura would go from the Washington Wizards, but you did not think that he would be playing pivotal minutes in the postseason to the conference finals?
When they made that trade,
talk about Lonnie Walker.
All those players, even Gabe Vincent, all those players, you would not think that Christian Brown. None of us really knew Christian Brown until we got to this point.
Well, Lo, hold on. No, that's the only thing I got to push back on you. Christian Brown, he was a first round pick, right?
He went to Kansas, bro.
No, Christian Brown was nice, but I do get what you're saying though. Nobody expected him to come in and contribute like this. No, bro.
If first rounder,
right? If you watched him at Kansas, and they won the championship last year, right? Did they not win the championship?
I'm not saying there's several players who win. That's what I'm saying. There's several players who win championships who don't come in as a rookie playing pivotal playoff minutes. What are we talking about?
Christian Brown was NBA ready though. You can watch him and see that.
Even if he is NBA ready though, Lo, a late first round pick on a championship level team, that's more than likely not to happen. The issue that I'm having, Lo, is the issue that I'm having, Lo, is the teams that we're comparing these guys to. Like, for example, Denver's been together for a long time. That Miami Heat team, even with the insufficient talent that they had, they were together for a long time. The Toronto team, they were together for a long time. I can appreciate what you're talking about. So I can appreciate what you're talking about, Ticket, when you talk about both Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal.
Hold on.
Now we just putting these.
Stop right there. Go back to this is why you got to give LeBron some credit too. He went to Miami. They had never played together. Him, Chris Bosh, and D Wade. They had championship expectations from day one. It didn't matter who the teammates were.
But I think that they were.
It was Norris Cole and Mario Chalmers running around. Like, what are we saying?
We didn't talk about anybody else is on the roster. We only talked about those three main guys.
Right.
So when we look at KD right now, bro,
right,
forget whoever else is on the roster. They got three main guys in the number one overall pick. That's average a double-double. No excuses, bro. That's supposed to win championship.
KD isn't.
Come on, bro. Listen, when LeBron went to Miami,
right?
He's not LeBron.
Even with him going to Miami, I understand that part. But they were in different places. KD will be 36 on opening night. I'm 35 years old on opening night.
I got two younger dogs with him, though. Chill.
That don't matter, bro.
Yes, it does matter. 100% that matters. Hell yeah, that matters.
Chill. KD can be the third best player on this team, and they'll be all right.
Hold on, Ron. Why not, J-Rob?
I'm not giving him the age thing because he has an expectation, bro. Even at
he's broken down every year since he left Brooklyn. Every year he's gotten hurt. Not only has he gotten hurt, it's been significant injuries.
I don't disagree with that. But if Kevin Durant is pulling up on the floor, his expectations is championship. It gotta be.
And even if that's true, J-Rob, maybe they shouldn't be. And the reason why they shouldn't be is considering what we've seen.
You guys put in too high of an expectation, isn't?
And maybe they shouldn't be considering what we ticket.
I mean,
this is what.
But Mark, how could I not put that expectation on Kevin Durant? Depending on who you talk to, if you're talking to Dell, he's going to tell you that's the best or the second best player in the NBA.
Yeah, and Dell could be wrong. Dell being wrong doesn't mean I have to change my expectations.
But Mark, not just Dell. You can talk to anybody. They're going to say
in the history of the NBA.
Everyone being wrong doesn't mean I have to change my expectations.
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you.
But you're saying you're changing your expectation because other people think this about KD. That doesn't make sense.
I feel like he's a top 5 player in the league.
Oh no! You're wrong.
Yeah,
you're wrong. He's not a top 5 player.
He may not be right now. If you rank him right now, he's not. But at his best, when Kevin Durant is at his best, let's say he's healthy at his best.
He's still not. No, he cannot. Oh my God.
That's not true.
Here's why J-Rob was right.
That's not true.
Here's why J-Rob was right.
Why, Ticket?
Before it blew up in New York last year in Brooklyn.
Right.
KD as a leader, as an MVP leader candidate.
That doesn't mean he's a top 5 player.
Hold on. Wait. They had KD as leading the NBA MVP vote before they broke that team. But that team was a second place team in the East. They came all the way back. Kyrie was balling. They were doing well. And then Kyrie asked for the trade and the team gets blown up. Remember, KD was shooting almost 60% from the field last year and almost 40-something% from the three. Right. So he was balling last year before he got hurt. Right. Then he comes back. He was shooting 60%, I believe, from the field and 40. He was putting up all-time numbers. And KD even tweeted about this. And like I said, he was a leader in the MVP votes last season before he got moved from Brooklyn, before he asked for the trade from Brooklyn.
Right.
Then he comes in the games he played with the Phoenix Suns. He shoots 58% from the field, 40-something% from the three. So going into the playoffs. Then he got hurt, going into the playoffs, he gets hurt. Cool. Okay, no problem. We come to this season, bro. From the last few seasons, we haven't seen no drop off from KD as far as his points and production.
Right.
We've only seen him get hurt.
There's
some drop off I've seen.
Keep going.
Is if these is that what he's saying is that, and this is why I get a lot of people. A lot of people say they think KD's top 15, 20 all time. This is why I disagree with them, because I don't think KD can lead these type of teams to win the chip. I think KD has a team that already has a set system, a championship system in it. But his talent and his ability, J-Rob is right.
Now, with that being said, Ticket, this is why I brought up the age, because if you think about from the time he got hurt in 2019 when he tore up his Achilles, every year after that, he's had significant injuries. Not only has he had significant injuries, him getting older enhances that because he doesn't heal up as fast. I never questioned KD's game. KD game is not in question. The fact that KD is going to be 35 on opening night and he's coming off one more season again of having a significant injury where he missed over 20 games, almost 2 months, and another knee injury. So now here we are again coming into this season. His game is not going to be in the question. Is he going to be able to hold up? Well, from what I've seen over the last 4 years, he has not been. So there's no reason for me to think coming into this season he's going to hold up again. Man. There's no reason for me to think that, which is why I brought up the age logic.
I hear you, but
I'm about to say I got a lot of questions about KD's game. I have a lot of questions.
I get what you're saying, Chill. I don't even think y'all wrong in that regard about having the concerns. But at the end of the day, I would be personally feel like I'm being disingenuous if a Kevin Durant led team, I'm not expecting them to be contending for a championship. Like I think
everybody everybody has him as a title contender.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You feel me? Like,
yes, and that's I'm saying that as well. I think they should be a title contender, and I don't think it's that far off to expect that, especially when if the argument is that they're probably going to have run heavy minutes of one or two players who are questionable as of today. I think that's like a lot of teams that we're just not. Like, again, Austin Reeves and Rui a year ago, I don't think anybody would sit here and argue that they'd be playing heavy minutes in pivotal games in a playoff push to go to the conference finals. No one would be expecting that Christian Brown is NBA ready that Ron may think he is. No one was expecting that Christian Brown was going to be playing pivotal minutes in the postseason. Nobody was expecting that.
That's a fact. But that's the thing with these type of teams, though, they have to. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, J-Rob.
No, what I was going to say to Lowe's point, but don't you feel like this happens all the time when like these teams are created? Like there's going to be some role player that we don't expect who plays a big time role that we never see it coming. That's going to be somebody for the Suns this year because you got those three guys and a bunch of other guys are going to be on undrafted vet men rookie contracts.
I agree because it was like that in Brooklyn. Like Nick Claxton had slowly rolled into a quality starting big for that team. Bruce Brown, before we got shipped out to he also turned into a so like these are like it's also like these are same players that also manifested for even in Brooklyn. So all I'm asking is why is it that it can't be one or two players like that as well? That's all I'm saying.
That's what I said though. I said they need 7 guys. If they can get a rotation of 7 that they can get through the season with, I think they'll be all right.
I will tell you this, Lo. Quick side note: I loved Rui coming to the Lakers because I thought that he was wasting away in Washington. I did. Now I didn't. Not like you said. I didn't think we were going to be having a conversation about him in the playoffs. No, I did not think that. But I did. I did love him coming to the Lakers because I thought he was wasting away in Washington. I thought that they were using him wrong. I thought he was really good.
He had well exceeded everybody's expectations in the playoffs, like very well.
Yeah.
And to the question that somebody just said, no, what was our expectation for Kobe after post Achilles? Every time Kobe stepped on the floor, he was nowhere near close to being like.
He wasn't close to what he was. And not only that. Not only was he not close, he was breaking down even more. So and it was in succession. So the Achilles goes. Then after the Achilles goes, then he cracks his knee, and then after he cracks his knee, then it's his shoulder. So no, those expectations weren't.
I think that was a bad question, just because everybody saw Kobe completely. His body just break.
Yeah, he was breaking down.
We all knew. We all knew his body was.
Chill. I just don't like the fact that you gave KD a little bit of a pass, bro.
I'm not. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I'm recognizing who KD is at this juncture of his career. KD is a guy who is awesome in stretches. He can't do what he used to do for as long as he used to do it. His body is not going to hold up. At some point, he's going to break down this season. That's going to happen.
I agree with that.
No, hold on. But what I'm saying is, Chilltown, when he was playing, he still played 50-something games this year. How many games he played this year, Lo?
55, I think he played.
Okay,
I thought he played
he played.
He missed them games because of the ankle. Remember, he hurt his ankle.
Right. He played those games.
47
at 55. I'm sorry.
Playing at an all-world level, and in fact, his efficiency got better these last few years in the games he was playing.
Right.
So now you add a guy like Bradley Beal on. his minutes are going to go down slightly because Beal and those guys are going to be expected to be able to play some minutes to cover up for him. I think that's another reason why I think they push to get a guy like Bradley Beal who plays the same position as Devin Booker, because I think they want to keep guys who can put the ball in the basket in the game when they can pull KD out. And I think they felt like that was the best guy that was available to them in the market right now. So that's why I think they went that route. For me personally, I wouldn't have went that route if I was them. I would have went and tried to fill out. I would have went and tried to get a new point guard, and I would have went and tried to fill out the rest of their position. I would have went and tried to get a defensive big man who can block shots, rebound, fit in with the team, and then I would have tried to go get a stretch big to come off the bench, something like that. But
why this kept Bradley Beal also was dealing with a bunch of injuries as well. But.
Right, that's the thing, though. I think that
Devin Booker missed 25 games this season.
They can load manage KD this season, and then have Book, because KD's going to load manage probably about 10, 15 games a season.
Yeah, he has to.
They're gonna use that Book and Bradley combo to try to keep them above water. I think that's the reason why they went with the same position like that. He don't get no pass, bro. Once you do this, once you get in the game, how they tell you in the wire, you want it in the game.
That's in the game. Yeah, that's in the game.
KD's not a top 5 player.
In the game.
KD's not a top 5 player.
Who's your 5 right now, Lo? Real quick.
Especially if you say everyone healthy, KD's not top 5. It would be Giannis, Jokic, Curry, Luka, and Embiid is better.
LeBron James got injuries too. And every single year they hold LeBron James to championships, bro. Every single year. So why would you hold KD to something different? LeBron getting hurt too. LeBron out here putting up.
If you expected the Lakers to win a championship this year, that's on you. Because you expected the Lakers to win a championship.
That's on me. I definitely did.
That was on me. Hold on. When they changed the roster, everybody was saying that they had those expectations. Even Lowe was saying when they was balling in the playoffs, he was like, "Damn, they're gonna go all the way once they beat Golden State."
Lowe was wrong too. Lowe doesn't just speak.
Oh well, no. I picked the Nuggets to win, but the only reason why I would even pick the Lakers is because I thought if LeBron was healthy, the Lakers would have beat the Nuggets.
Lo, you heard what he said, Lo.
Oh no!
Wait. Hold on. If LeBron was healthy, they would have beat the Nuggets. If LeBron was healthy, they would have beat the Nuggets. How healthy could he have possibly been for a 38-year-old? How much healthier could he have been?
I mean, he was literally on a bad foot, too.
He was on a bad foot, yeah.
Okay, so that's what happens. That's what happens when you've been on a job for over 20 years.
Okay, you asked me what could have changed. His foot. If his foot was healthy, he could have been fine. Right. It could have been way more rim pressure. There could have been way better attacking the basket. It could have been way more manipulation and putting Jokic in action. Yeah, like it could have just been way better. Like
I think AD needed to be better, honestly. That's more dominant, bro. He just needs to be more assertive. He needs to be more of a dominant force, bro. That's how I personally feel.
Why is AD not better than KD?
No, I didn't say that. But
why isn't he?
I personally, the only reason I won't put AD over Kevin Durant really is just AD's on off motor. It's the motor for me, Lo. Like that.
You like KD's motor?
Shit, at least I know KD gonna go out there flat face and still give me a 55% from the field 30-pointer. AD, he may not show up at all.
I'm about to say defense.
I do like his defense. I like his defense.
Okay, then. So how are we questioning his motor? How are we questioning his motor if he's a lead level defender and you're still expecting him to give you 20 to 25?
But he's not doing that all the time. You could. There've been some games where
what?
You act so you're gonna sit up here and cap and act like you've never seen AD come out there. He could play good defense, but act like he wasn't gonna completely put out a dud every once in a while.
That's Kevin Durant. You're acting just like he comes out there. You're acting as if like Kevin Durant every single time gives you 30 on 50% shooting. What are you talking about?
Bro, he averaged, bro, this year alone, he averaged 50, 40, 90 for the season.
Okay, and so what did Anthony Davis? What did Anthony Davis average?
Averages.
I'm not saying we're asking, bro. You understand though? You understand we're arguing like one's placement on a top 10 list. You know that, right?
No, but I'm asking you why. I get that, but if I don't like
AD's offensive motor. That's me. I don't like AD's offensive motor because
you just favor offensive motor over defensive.
I should have said offensive motor. It's not a preference. No, it's not a preference of offensive defensive motor. But my thing is, if you could give it to me every night, this is my point. I'm saying for AD, this is about AD. Damn, come on.
Focus low. Focus low. I'm with you, Joe. I'm with you, J-Rob. Focus low.
rock.
I know where you at, J. Rob. Keep going.
My issue with AD is yes, I know he's going to give me great defense, but the thing is, his expectation as well is that I need you to also give me 25. Like that's the player that we ask you to be. Some people say People say AD when healthy is a top 5 talent. He's this, he's that. That's all I do. And at the end of the day, if he has that, don't do that. It doesn't show up every time. I don't know, man.
You talking about show up every time in the postseason because he just averaged 25 in the regular season this year.
26.
Yeah. I'm talking about in the postseason. I think some nights, even in the regular season, he just really don't.
Which by the way, low, he led the league in rebounds for the amount of games he played.
I was about to wait. I want to be clear. If your expectation is,
I like AD. I'm not.
No. I get that. But if you're saying his expectations are 25, out of all the games he played, only 24 of them where he averaged 25 and less, and I'm that's counting games where he was right at like 24, 23. Anthony Davis has been fairly consistent at the things that you ask him to do in the regular season. You want to say the postseason, fine, but then we will also have to get in the postseason what KD does. I just feel like KD. And this is where, again, I just agree with Ticket. The way y'all talk about KD sometimes just be blowing me away. I just don't get it. I just don't understand. Like, if y'all really think that he is this player, then what is the excuse then? Because there's just no way, there's no rhyme or reason KD can go into the postseason every single year, and for whatever reason, he still gets the benefit of the doubt of being a top 5 player. But then when AD goes up and down, he's inconsistent. Oh, see that right there? His whole motor's off. That man, KD, can go out there, shoot 22% from 3. He can get locked up by Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown. He can sit there and just do these things, and all of a sudden, so for whatever reason, he's still top 5. He's the benefit of the doubt every single year, and for whatever reason, everybody else gets held to this crazy expectation of being. You're expecting AD to be the best defender and a 25 point per game score in the postseason. KD can go out there and just do whatever he want to do offensively, drop shooting wise, put no rim pressure, be a slouch defensively, give you no playmaking, just post up players and can't hit shots, and for whatever reason, that's fine. He can be top 5, but my expectations of Luka Doncic has got to be one of the best offensive players and elite level defender. Kevin Durant ain't never asked to do that. Embiid got to go out there and give me elite level defense, give me rebounding, post up, zero floor spacing, playing with Ben Simmons. Ain't nobody giving him no excuse. But this man can go out there, pick his teammates, pick his coach, demand trades, then gets put in a situation. Somebody else's problem. No, if he's top 5, let him do it. If he's top 5, then hold him accountable. Man, that nigga not top 5, bro. He's not top 5. No, he's not. He's not. He shouldn't be close.
Bro, I'm sorry to tell you. I know Pat doesn't tell you this. Your opinion is not just fact all the time, bro.
I'm not saying it's facts, but what I'm saying if you are holding him to a top 5 standard, if you're holding to a top 5 standard, you don't tell me all these other things because when it comes to other top 5 players, nigga, you just sat there and said,
players have flaws, low.
But listen. I get that, but listen to the standard that you're holding AD to. AD, you said I don't like his offensive motor. He already has like arguably the best defensive motor. He's arguably the best defensive player in the league. While also expecting to be a 25 point per game scorer. While also carrying that translation to the postseason. If he doesn't do those things, now all of a sudden KD is better. But then I ask, well, what the hell KD doing? What is he doing in the postseason? What is he doing?
You're not wrong. I'm not telling you wrong at all. But I will say this. I'm going to say the one difference I got with AD and KD. This is really semantics, damn near, that I'm saying.
That's the problem. That is semantics.
Let him get it off. Let's hear these semantics, Rob.
It's the difference between KD and AD is AD is a 2 and KD is a 1, and they have different expectations.
And so this is the problem. This is the problem. If he's a 1, if that's what you really believe. Because if we're being honest with ourselves, AD is actually the best player on the Lakers. If we're being honest with ourselves.
I don't disagree with that.
Anybody that disagrees with that is bugging.
I don't disagree with that.
100%.
Okay. So let's. I know Ron is crazy.
But I still say though,
Ron, don't start no shit today.
Ron is crazy. So wait, I want to be J-Rob. AD, the 1, got to the conference finals. While KD, the supposed 1, got outplayed by Devin Booker in the second round, and then Okay, so that's the point I'm making. When KD has been the one, it has led to first round exit with a disappointing performance and a second round exit with his number 2 outplaying him. How is that a 1? How is that a 1? Okay, then he's not that. He's not that.
I'm still claiming him as a 1 though. I'm still
you get I had no problem with claiming him as a 1, but I've never in my life heard somebody say this guy's a 1. Even though he ain't been to the conference finals, even though he got outplayed by his second option, but this guy's a 2, even though he is the best player and he's gotten farther than him. I've never heard that before. But fine. These are the standards. And low-key, this is the reason why KD gets fried, because people like you put him on a standard and a pedestal that he does not belong in.
I don't disagree.
Top 5 is crazy. He's not a top 5 player, bro.
We can name top 5 right now.
I already named him. I named 7 players better than him.
But one of them wasn't.
Hold on, right quick, y'all. Right quick, J-Rob.
Tatum is going to have an argument over him, bro.
I don't disagree with KD being one of the more protected players in the NBA. I don't disagree with you, bro. I don't disagree with you at all.
He closer to 9. He closer than 10 than he is to 5.
Yo, chat. We will be doing our
maybe.
So on Friday we did our postseason team rankings. Tomorrow we will be doing our postseason player rankings, and we'll see where KD falls.
Ron, they saying Zion may get traded to the Blazers before Thursday night. Look for that.
Like I said a week ago.
If he gets traded to Portland,
nice crystal ball, Mark.
If he stays healthy, Dallas in business now. Because if you get Zion, it's healthy.
Oh, I thought they were trading him.
Along with Jeremy Grant and the other boy they got too.
There's no way. They say they traded
Zion for number 3.
No way. Portland is crazy.
Because they want school.
Portland is crazy.
Portland's a dumb. Portland's the worst run organization in the NBA.
If they trade the 3rd pick for Zion, that's crazy.
But if they package Zion and Dame, are they crazy?
To Anthony Simons.
Yes, that's not gonna.
Oh man, Jesus.
Wait, so the number 3 pick and Simons
for Zion.
For Zion,
I hate
no, they're not serious. They're not serious. They're not serious.
Hey, before they did this, though,
I'm listening. I'm listening, Ticket. I'm listening.
Here's why I like it, Bob.
I'm listening.
Zion is right. When he's right, he's 26, 27 a game.
26 and 7.
He's a monster. He's a monster. You're putting him with a guy beside Dame Dollar. Then you got a wing defender like Jeremy Grant who can give you 18 to 20 some a game, right? And lock up the wings. Then you got Shaden Sharp.
We throw that around like.
Then you got Shaden Sharp. Then you got
Shaden Sharp.
I like the other guys that got on that bench over there. You got Justice
zero defense.
No, they got
who's was zero defense?
Wait, hold on. What you call
Ticket? What if they?
I thought you were saying Shaden Sharp.
But Ticket, what if they do this? How many minutes? And Zion plays 30 games.
No, he's gonna play. He just want to get out of New Orleans, in my opinion.
He want to go to Portland? He rushing to get to Portland?
Yeah, I don't know if he really want to go to Portland.
No, I'm not saying.
Especially in light of this whole situation. I told y'all.
I think he want to get out of New Orleans.
That boy gonna be at the Golden Dragon at 3 a.m. All right.
No, I'm saying I think he wants to get out of New Orleans.
I know but I'm saying he want to go
around at 11. He at the Golden Dragon at 4 a.m.
Hold on, but him and Dame. Hold on, him and Dame, bro. That's and I like the pieces around him. See, this is the thing. Y'all not talk. We got to talk about the pieces around him. I like the
pieces are better. The pieces are better, arguably, in New Orleans.
That's a good team. That's a good ass defensive team. You ask me.
New Orleans is also a good team.
Wait, who's a good?
I'll send your mama to the moon.
There you go, Marcy. I told you, Marcy.
Who's a good defensive team?
You got no relationship with the coaching staff.
Coaching staff, Chauncey Billups.
I'm about to start talking to these boys' mamas, man.
Zion had no relationship with his teammates, no relationship with the organization. That's
I agree with that. But who's a better defensive unit? New Orleans or
who's a good defensive
hold
team?
on. Let me answer that, Lo. I do think that the Portland can make a few. Because listen, I like Justice Winslow. He's a good wing defender. Jeremy Grant's a damn good.
He needs to get out of the league. What?
Okay.
No mercy on
you. He played solid last year.
Wait. You guys saying Justice needs to get out of the league?
He's gonna play solid.
He can't.
I'm about to have your mouth.
He didn't play solid last year.
Hey, why does he need to get out the league? Because he doesn't average 20?
No, because he's not a pilot. What does he do offensively to keep him on the floor?
Hey, what are you
talking about? Lo, who you talking about?
I like him.
I like Nasir Little. I agree with that. I like Nasir Little.
So I'm saying, I just gave you 4 guys that you put alongside.
Matisse Thybulle, right?
Yes, he's a great wing defender. Yes,
these are players that are not going to be able to spend that much time on the floor, though. That's what we're saying.
Portland is the team that's supposed to take DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton's supposed to be on his way to Portland for some of those pieces.
No, for real.
Matisse shot what?
He from the 3 ball. He shot great with them last year with Portland.
Well, kids, these are wide open threes though, like because nobody doesn't wide open. They leave them open.
Hold on,
if he's making them, then that's cool. That's
no, that's not. That's not how that goes.
Why is that the hell? If they leave you open, not get
yeah, because the
how was that a negative, Lo? That's not a negative.
No. What I'm saying is that's not an accurate depiction of someone who's a great 3-point shooter because they leave you open.
It is when you got people on your team that's gonna make sure that you open.
No, yeah, but regardless,
he's open regardless.
Well, if he's making them,
this year, Dame barely played and he was still open. They're just gonna leave him open because he's Matisse Thybulle.
He gonna
talk about Matisse. That's cool. Matisse.
That's what I'm saying. Matisse.
Hey, Lo.
Yes.
We was talking about Matisse.
No, Matisse, bro. Come on now, Matisse. Come on, man. Come on.
All right, man. Y'all be hating on Matisse.
Come on, Matisse. No one's not saying that Matisse and Winslow don't have defense.
That's a great defensive motor. Not the greatest offensive.
No, but hold on. But J-Rob, he shot a career high 38 from the 3 last year with Portland.
No one's not saying, but they're wide open shots.
I like Matisse.
Are you telling Matisse don't shoot him until they're contested?
No. What I'm saying, Ron, is that they're going the way that they defend it is they're still going to congest the lane.
If teams are actively leaving you open, you're not providing floor spacing.
You're not providing the floor spacing.
Okay, but are you providing shot making if you're shooting the
ball?
No,
if you do, I don't think that's sustainable.
If you think that's
I'm about to say I don't think 39% from 3 from Matisse is sustainable. I'm not big in that.
And not only that, Ron, take it a step further, Ron. When you're talking about leaving a guy open, the team is essentially saying we will eat your production from out there. You can't do that all night.
That's cool. The Knicks did it with Isaac Okoro, and I mean
that's exactly what they did.
Came off the field.
That's exactly what they did.
If you're banking on Matisse,
we'll live with you. We'll live with you.
Chill.
I think you're going to get back.
40. You ain't finna live with that all season.
But we also talking about
do that all season. I mean, that's my opinion.
And even let's just say for the sake of argument, Mars, that how many threes did he shoot a game? What, 4? Maybe 3?
Yeah,
4. Okay, so let's say he shot 4 threes a game. So when we get further along in the season, and the rap is now on him that okay, if we're gonna leave him open all night, he's gonna make shots. Well, that means that now he's gonna have to start shooting more because we're continuing to leave him open. That's a detriment to the Portland Trailblazer offense.
If he's
I don't believe so. I don't believe
he's only making one. It's just one.
It's taking 8 threes a game. You're hurting it.
It's just one made 3 a game.
8 threes a game, though. Never.
But that's the point. That's the point.
There's a cap on how many he's gonna take, and they're still leaving him that open. He's not providing value. That's the point. If he's only gonna take 4, if he's okay, I'm gonna explain it as simply as possible. If he's only going to take 4, and they're still leaving him that open, what value is he providing other than the 4 he takes?
He's making one. He's making 1 3 a game. It's 1.
Are you not listening to what I'm saying? Are you not listening to what I'm saying?
If he shoots close to 40%, on some nights he's gonna go 1 for 4. On some nights he's gonna go 2 for 4. On some nights he might go 0 for 4, and then there's gonna be nights where he goes 3 for 4. What are we talking about?
Are you not listening to what's being said? If he's taking 1 3 a quarter, but they're leaving him open every possession.
Yeah,
the value you're getting is 1 shot a quarter. That's not good. I don't know how much simpler do I have to explain it? How much better do I have to explain it? If he's only giving you 1 shot a quarter, even if he makes the 1 shot a quarter,
it's 1
every
shot.
Other possession that he's being left open is not.
And by the way, go ahead, Ticket. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ticket.
What else are you expecting him to do?
Not be left open.
Not to be on the floor.
Hold on, Ron. Go ahead, Ticket.
I got these 2 bozos right here. They just told Ron, oh, well, they're just going to make him shoot more. Well, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Before Thibault went over to the Portland Trailblazers, he actually shot a career high in threes. So guess what? When he
Which was it though? What was it?
When he went to Portland, before he went to Portland, the man shot 1.3 threes per game with Philly.
So
right?
one.
He shot 33%. The year before
That's
that,
bad offense.
The year before that, 2.2. In his first year, 2.4.
And he saying it's bad offense because
so hold on. He
No,
goes
33% from three is bad offense in today's game.
I'm saying bad offense because you just watch him play and see bad offense.
Y'all crying about him if he shoots more. The way I've seen it, he shot more in Portland and his percentage went up.
How many games did he play in Portland?
22. They're talking about a 22 game sample size.
He started all 22 games. He played 27 minutes a game. Hey, I'm giving him more.
That's a quarter of the season.
And I'm saying, hey Ron, here's why these two dudes are full of shit. Excuse my language. What did J Kidd do as his career went along? Did he improve?
This is different. These are different eras of basketball.
Have we seen guys improve their shooting?
This is different era of basketball. You can't run around shooting 33, 34.
Why can't you, Lo? Why can't you?
Because that's not good enough offense.
Time out. This is the point I'm trying to make. Fuck offense. He plays defense. That's the main thing he does, right? He's gonna guard the best player on the other team, right? So I will live with Matisse Thybulle for 16 minutes off the bench, coming in, shooting 2 threes, providing me elite level defense. Even if he goes 0 for 2, I don't care. You're out there rebounding, you're out there playing defense, you're out there hustling. All right, that's cool.
If you only made it 15 minutes a game,
that's what I'm at. I'm not saying Matisse will play.
I'm still gonna say it. The way that, especially the way the game is being played.
Regular season, you don't like Matisse playing 15 minutes a game.
Oh no, are you saying playoffs, Ron? You say playoffs included?
Playoffs, regular season, Matisse can
yes.
Oh,
no. The way that the game is being played right now, players like Matisse get played off the floor because they're not providing enough value on the other side. If you're too much of a
16 minutes of defense.
Yes, because even Vanderbilt could barely play 60 minutes of defense in certain games.
Y'all be bugging.
Yeah, in Memphis, when the other team's offense was so bad that you could sustain it, but as series continue to progress, his minutes started to go down worse and worse and worse because it's not much you're providing. And to make it even worse, at bare minimum, LeBron and AD were jump shot shooters. Zion is not a jump shot shooter.
No,
Zion is not getting you anything outside of like 5 feet. Then who was the 5? Is it Nurkic? What is Nurkic giving you outside of like
block, by the way? He's on the trade block.
These are all players. They're going to give you nothing but like something 5 feet from the basket. So it'll be one thing if Zion can give you a 15-footer or stretch it out to 20 or even further. Then at that point, I can see Matisse Thybulle backdoor cuts and give you more offensively.
You acting like they can.
I didn't even mention that part. Backdoor cuts and things of that nature.
Yeah, but how could they do a backdoor cut if you have Zion and Nurkic on the floor at the same time?
He probably wouldn't play with them. That's why I said he would come off the bench and play 16 to 20 minutes.
With
Ron, this nigga
Do you want me to go to the roster and look and do all of that?
Yes.
I mean, knowing who's on the team would help. Yes.
That nigga, hey Ron, that nigga Lowe's a chump. That nigga acting like the man couldn't improve his game. He improved.
If he's improving it,
if he becomes a good shooter, there's nothing to talk about.
Then there's nothing to talk about. But until then,
38%.
22 games is not enough of a sample size to make this argument.
What did he shoot over the whole season? Because Ticket just said he shot a career best with the Sixers.
33% is not. That's nothing in today's game, Ron.
How many threes does Nurkic shoot a game? He can stretch the defense out too.
I think it's like 1, maybe
1.
He's not a bad shooter.
You got to close out on him. All over.
You don't have to close out on him.
This conversation is great.
Matisse Thybulle the whole year only takes open and wide open threes. That's all he does. All he does, wide open, catch and shoot in the corner.
Mars, that's cool.
Respectfully,
you just gotta live with that when he's on the floor. You just gotta live
that's
with it.
fine. And I'm saying in the playoffs, that is not going to work. That's what I'm saying.
It's not going to work.
I've explained it like 3 times.
And with that being said, though, Low and Mars, with that being said, I don't expect the Blazers to be jack shit anyways. So,
then let me
I never said I had championship expectations.
Right. There's no reason to talk.
So Ron, if they get Zion, how good do you think they're gonna be, Ron? If they get Zion,
at least
or they trade him for. What are they trading him for?
Yeah, they trading Simons and the third pick.
At least
They got it. They got to re-sign Jeremy Grant. They got it. We'll get to it right after this. They got to re-sign Jeremy Grant,
which they already doing. I
think you already on the book. Shaden Sharp.
You got Dame.
Yes, they do have Shaden Sharp.
Zion, Jeremy, Nurkic, and then
Nasir Little.
Zion and Shaden. That's what you have.
Nasir Little.
And Matisse Thybulle.
I like it. Hold on, they got wing. They got good defense on the wing to deal with.
Okay, look at Ron now. Ron went from I don't think they're gonna do nothing to him smirking his face left and right.
I got him bare minimum second round. I got him
bare minimum. Bare minimum. That's their ceiling is second.
Wow. So that means if some things go correct and some things go correct, Zion they could get to the conference final.
Here's the thing: it's only one thing that needs to go correct. Only one thing. That's it, Tiki. Zion has to be on the floor. Zion's on the floor.
Hey, hold on.
Nobody wants to see Zion today.
Zion, Nurkic, and Thybulle.
That's my problem with you.
No. Jeremy Grant.
Hold on. My problem is, right? We just watch a dude, and let me ask you this, Bob, because I this has something to do with you too. We just watched a dude named Malik Monk, who was with Charlotte, that couldn't hit the goddamn side of a ball. He couldn't hit the side of the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean in Charlotte, the Atlantic Ocean, excuse me. He goes over to the west side. Now this dude hitting everything. He making all kind of shots because they upped his usage. Now guess what? He got more of an opportunity. You guys got to understand. Chilltown, anybody can tell you this. When Thybulle was in Philly, he wasn't getting that many minutes. He wasn't getting a big opportunity. So if he comes in, he shoots a shot, he doesn't make it. Maybe the coach yanks him. Maybe he's playing him a little burst. You can't get your game off like that. Versus, I come to Portland, now I'm starting every game. I'm playing damn near 30 minutes a game. And guess what? I'm getting to get into a rhythm of the game. Now I can really have a better analysis on what your game is. That's what happened. That's why you two bozos don't understand basketball. Now, in Portland, going into next season, he's a starter. He knows he's getting minutes. And guess what? He knows he's getting these shot attempts. It ain't going to be just no one shot here, one shot there, like it was in Philly, because Philly was never committed to him. If Portland is committed to him, now you get to see what his real game is. So you guys got to cut that shit out. They gave him an opportunity last year. The man shot 38%.
Just a quick response. Malik Monk has become a worse 3-point shooter every year for the past 3 seasons.
His production got better though.
What by a point? By a point?
By a point.
Yeah, in Charlotte he averaged 12. This year he averaged 13.
You didn't see a far better difference between him in Charlotte and in the Lakers and in Sacramento?
A far better difference.
You watched him play for a winning team. That's the difference.
No, it's not a far better difference.
That's what happens when you come get with some winners, right, Morris?
Oh no, y'all no. Y'all got knocked out in the first round. Y'all got knocked out in the first round. So no.
Yo, all right, so I got to get into these super chats. It's what the people want, so we're gonna give them what they want. All right, y'all. The pimp named Slickback said, before people go after the Wiz, number one, this GM didn't give Bill that NTC.
No trade clause.
No trade clause. Number two, he said the new CBA would make a new Bill deal almost impossible for a ton of contenders. That's why the Wiz rushed to get this deal done now.
And
I think it's a good trade for the Wizards, in my opinion.
I just want to make sure we also clear. So I want to make sure we clear also too. David Stern would have put the kibosh on this. He would have been like, "Get the hell out of here. This is not happening." He would have shut this down immediately. Hell no, y'all ain't going.
What do you have? Why, Chill?
Yes, he would have shut this down. Well, first of all, you're talking about a Washington Wizards team that's basically starting over, and they're starting over with Chris Paul, who's basically going out of the league, on his way out the league, right? Who was the other guy that they traded for?
Landry Shamet.
Landry Shamet, and 6 2s. We have to have some sort of balance here, right? So what you're not going to do is you're not going to sell me a broke car for $100,000. No, you're not going to do that. That's why David Stern would have put the kibosh on this. No.
But what if the Wizards want the broke car?
Well, here's the difference. The Wizards
might be trying to fix up the whoopty.
Here's the difference. They want the broke car, Mars, but you know what they do? If they need parts to fix the car, them second-round picks ain't no parts that we can use to fix this car.
It's a fact.
So why he put the kebab on the Pau Gasol for Kwame Brown?
Why didn't he?
Because that's a crazy trade.
Why didn't he put the kibosh on that?
Yeah,
The kebab,
the kebab or whatever it is.
The kibosh.
Also,
Kibosh.
he
Yeah, see.
had those picks in that deal.
what are y'all talking about?
Marcus Gasol ended up being an all-star, a perennial all-star.
Yeah, I know, but that's
And
a
maybe
second,
one of
that's a,
these
that's a second
one of
round
these
pick.
second round picks will turn into Jokic.
Exactly, that's
Yeah.
a second round pick.
That's
That's
what we
that's
say
the
the
point we're
Wizards
making.
represents.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. The second round picks that they got,
Right.
one of which turned out to be Marc Gasol, albeit, but those are also a second round pick. Pau Gasol versus Kwame Brown. I mean, that ain't really. I mean, that's definitely a one-sided trade, and then
Well,
a bunch
with
of
that-
second rounders.
And
Brown
with
was
that
the
being,
number one pick.
Okay,
don't forget that part. But
Stop.
which I was going to say that.
Thank you,
Which I was going to say that before Mars took the words out of my mouth. And not only that, without trading for Kwame Brown, they don't get Zach Randolph neither.
Okay.
Shout out to Kwame Brown and that bus.
Exactly. So that trade made sense in hindsight.
Oh, in hindsight. Okay, all right.
All right, y'all. On to the next super chat from Jay. He said, people saying Suns will just figure out the rest of the roster. They don't have an MLE. They cannot get guys off buyouts. The rest of the roster will be horrible. In addition, Ayton has very little trade value right now.
That's not true. That's a lie.
If KD's that
He got
guy,
more trade value than what y'all think. That's a lie.
if KD's that guy, he can win with this team.
That's
Here
true.
go Troll Mars. Here you go.
He got more. Hey, he got more.
Yeah, he's that guy, bro. He got that offensive motor, man.
Hello, Troll Mars.
I'm preaching.
He's preaching.
Hey,
right
chat,
now.
spam T Mars. Actually, we're just gonna call Troll Mars just Tars. Tars has hit to the building.
Tars is in the building.
Chill. Aiden's one of those guys that's like Andrew, the boy that just went to the Nuggets.
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon. He's like one of those guys. You put him on a good team, on a real good team that's serious about winning, he gonna give you some work.
But the
I also
difference
like
is that Aaron Gordon
Gordon's
trade
attitude
value
good.
wasn't that high either when they got him.
Respect
Right.
Gary Harris.
Hold on.
Respect Gary Harris.
I'm saying
Never.
I'm viewing him as situational. He got to be in the right situation, bro.
But no one believed that until it actually happened, because if that was the case, more people would have went after Aaron Gordon. Though.
No, but I'm saying with him, he has the ability.
Well, with that being said, that more people would have went after him. But now you're looking at Aaron Gordon. If Aaron Gordon's contract was up this year, he'd be a hot commodity.
Yeah. His value.
He'd be a real hot
Well,
commodity.
but that's the difference is that A, his contract is not, and then B, we just like we know with Ayton, he just started a contract that I don't think anybody thinks that he's. That's the other problem is that his contract with Ayton, he just started a new contract that I don't think 99% of the league doesn't want to deal with, because if they did, they would have got him.
But to Ticket's point, that's because of the situation that he's in. If he was in a different situation and he was playing a different role and he was on a better team that was utilizing his skills the way that they should be utilized. See, I disagree with you, Lo, on the fact that he thinks that he should be a number one. I don't think he's that good. I do think that he could possibly be a 20-10 guy, but I think 18-11, 19-10, I think he could be that guy. However, with his contract,
he's that already. Yeah.
But that's and if he would, we're talking about him being on a playoff team, right? Let's say him being on a playoff team, right? Where he's utilized, and that's where he is right now.
Chill, yes,
They don't need to trade him. So
he's on the playoff team that's giving him 18-10. He's already doing that. Chill.
What was he 18?
Yes, he was 18-10 last year. Chill.
And with that being said, all 18-10s are not the same.
I agree. That's why I don't like using this baseless measurement. But that's what we're doing.
All 18-10s are not the same.
I agree, but you're the one who said it. I'm just going with what you said. I've been saying this.
I think with Ayton, he's far underused. They don't play to his strengths enough, especially in the playoffs. I think that he needs a fresh situation where a team is actually going to commit to him being a real first or second option. Remember, he was a number one overall pick, and they never really treated him like that. They never really treated him like a number one overall pick because you had Devin Booker there that was taking up all the shots. So normally, if you ever do this number one overall pick, he gonna get the rock. They're gonna let you rock out. Rarely do you get a number one overall pick that they say, hey, nah, we're not going. So I think if you put him in a different team, if you had him with an Indiana Pacers team, if you had him with a team
in Portland, Lo, with that 18-10, that 18-10 looks a lot different in Portland than it does.
No, it does not. No, it doesn't.
I think he looks way better, Chilltown. Even in Dallas with Luka, I think he looks way better because he's gonna have more opportunity to flourish in what he does.
You think Luka's given a big post match?
I was about to say saying? What are we?
I mean, it'll be him and Luka. Yeah, I really think he could play. I just think that you guys undervalue that guy. I think he's undervalued because of how he was misused. The same way Aaron Gordon was undervalued. Aaron Gordon was undervalued because he was on a bad team that didn't know how to use him in a winning way. You put him with a team like this, now look at him.
I don't really disagree with Ticket too, because honestly, let's be real. If DeAndre Ayton is on this, I'm gonna tell you why. If DeAndre Ayton is on this team next year, bro, Mars low. He's doing wind sprints all game, bro. He's just doing wind sprints, bro.
Which is gonna get old, especially considering he ain't getting the pill.
Yeah, like he's already shown that he look low. He's already shown that he will pout about not getting a basketball already. What
about his game? Okay, let me ask. What about his game that will be different? Because just saying he's 18 and 10. What other things that are going to be different?
They're going to post him up more, give him the ball more in the post a little bit, and also they're going to feature more of the things he does well. You understand what I'm saying?
Hold on, like rim running, posting up, burying smaller defenders in the post.
Running the court, getting the ball more in transition, more,
and he doesn't get, and they don't involve him nearly as much as they should, Lo. As much so, like you just said, those things.
It would amount to more than 18 and 10. If you want to say it would amount to 24 and 10, then okay.
Right, no, that's what I'm saying.
Like I said, I said, I thought that I think he could be 20 and 10, but that 20 and 10 will look a lot different than the 20 and 10 that he planned that he would do in Phoenix.
It definitely will look a lot different. All right.
All right.
So on to the next super chat from our dog Taquay White. He said everyone is overreacting to the Suns roster. They are at the cap with 4 players. Yeah, they'll have to sign a vet minimums and two-way guys and G Leaguers. Real 2022 Laker vibes for real. If they don't trade Ayton.
We already answered that. They trade Ayton and get multiple people.
Yeah, they got to trade Ayton. Yeah, that's kind of inevitable.
That's obvious.
They have to. Yeah,
Ayton and Porzingis are the other conversation that we should be having. Because if the Warriors get Porzingis, it's kind of cooked for the league.
Even though Draymond is just
don't say that, Lo.
What are you looking at me for?
What about Draymond? What about Draymond?
Draymond just opted out of his player option, so like he's officially a free agent.
Yeah,
that's what I said. They're just gonna give him a longer deal. Like he opted out just for a longer deal, not because he's gonna go somewhere else.
He's gonna resign.
Even though if I'm Portland, I'm going after Draymond Green.
Hold on, you going after Draymond if you're Portland?
Yep.
I'm not too mad at that.
Well, of course you are, but.
Jay Renrick,
another dude around Dame that can't score 10 points. Go ahead, Ron.
I want another dude around Dame who's capable of playing out the pick and roll with Damian Lillard, who's probably one of the best high pick and roll players in the NBA. Yes, I would like that.
They don't have Clay. They don't have Stephen Clay on that team. So sorry.
They have Damian Lillard.
And who else?
Simons.
No, but you
need Thibault. That's what they have. It's the same roster they have with Zion. The exact same.
Is that Klay Thompson, nigga?
Oh, is Damian Lillard not the closest thing to Steph Curry that we have in the league?
Oh, you two, y'all the same team again.
But Dame Lillard is one of the better shooters in the game, also. So
when does Dame play like that though, Chill?
And one of the better pick and roll guys, and one of the better pick and roll guards in the league.
No,
this is a nasty combo.
Dame normally has the ball in his hand, coming down, pulling up. We ain't never seen him off the ball catching and pulling that thing like Steph and them guys do.
He doesn't.
Dame can play off the ball though.
He can, but he doesn't need to be off the ball.
He hasn't.
But he doesn't.
Yeah, because he hasn't had a Draymond caliber player for him to be off ball.
All of a sudden, he's supposed to make the change and shoot lights out from the 3 playing off the ball.
Why can't he?
He can do both.
Okay, Legend of Blues. Go ahead, Ron.
Wait, come on.
So Matisse Thybulle can learn to shoot, but Damian Lillard can't play without the basketball.
What?
It's different when you played over a decade.
You said Jason Kidd did it.
Didn't you also say that if you put Dame in Steph's situation, and he will be? Isn't that what you just said? You said that as well.
I said if you put Dame on the Warriors, nigga, with Klay Thompson and those guys.
Okay. Oh, so then he would learn to play without the ball.
So then he would learn how to live on play.
Thomas ain't no Klay Thompson, nigga. He don't draw that same type of energy.
So he would learn to play without the basketball. It's just Portland aren't good enough for him to play with the basketball.
Boy, these niggas with Steve Kerr coaching the back because he can get the other easy.
So he can play without the basketball. He's just not in the right system. Is that what you're saying?
Steph still had a ball a lot. He created his own shots.
I agree. That's why Draymond's will work. What?
Nigga, that's not the same coach.
Whatever. Ron, let's go. We got to go to the next one, Ron.
Jay Renrick with the super chat. He said there's only one ball to go around in Phoenix. Where will a lot of the shot attempts come from in order for all of them to be effective? 60, 70, 80 shot attempts between 3 of them?
Yeah, they'll get them up.
Yeah, probably like 50.
That won't be a problem. Them getting shots up won't be the
I'm
problem.
gonna say KD's never been like a high volume.
It'll be like 50 shots. KD will take like 16.
Yeah,
Devin Booker will
always
probably
been
take
like
like 19. 16 plus 19 is what, 35, and then
Beal's
like
gonna
another
take more
15
than
for Bradley Beal.
KD. Beal's gonna shoot more than KD.
He'll probably.
I think he probably will. He probably
I can see both of them shooting more than KD for sure.
I don't think KD's never been like a crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Especially in the regular season, right? He'll be fine just taking like 15, 16 shots.
Yeah. Devin Booker's the first option. So.
His average will go down to like 24.
That's a nasty combo right there. Big Ox. Nasty.
What?
Nasty work by Ox, man. Nasty.
I mean, what you don't agree, Lo?
He probably would actually be the first.
Yeah, I mean, he should be. I think so. That's no knock to nobody. I just think, obviously, you ride Devin Booker. Like,
pause.
You know,
focus, Low.
I knew that was coming.
Damn, come on,
right. I knew that was coming.
But like, cause I mean, KD gonna get his whenever he want, and so in Bradley Beal, he just
in the regular season.
In the regular season, he'll get whatever he wants.
Yeah, but that's what Bradley Beal is here for. Now they open it up for everybody. So.
Oh, Bradley Bill's gonna open up for everybody. Oh man!
Yo, don't do
that.
Hold on, not by him being the playmaker and distributing everybody. I mean, he's opening up for everybody just because it's another person you got to pay attention to. That's
Man, that boy Low get nasty at night.
Hey, they not giving Bradley Beal the Matisse Thybulle treatment, but let's move on. Jaden lies with the super chat. He said, "Ticket. You got to stop saying everything you say is facts. And when someone disagrees, it's a lie. He was cool with Monty. He worked with him at OKC in 2015. He's been quoted talking good about Monty Williams.
Nigga, LeBron James been quoted talking good about goddamn on the coach bullet head Mike Brown. What ended up happening to him? Now shut your bitch ass up.
Why he gotta be a bullet head? Dude?
Bullet head.
That's the nickname though. That's the nickname.
Bullet head. Wow.
Okay.
Hey, J-Rob, real quick side note. Hey, J-Rob, what's up with that paranormal activity going on around you, B? I saw that a couple of days ago. You wow, yo.
Yo, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of no ghosts, man. You feel me? I just, I'm the ghost brother, man. I'm the ghost brother, man. So if the ghosts want to chill me, they could chill me, bro.
That was wow. I just want to put that
crazy,
out there. That was
bro.
wow.
That
Go
was
ahead, Ron.
crazy,
I'm
bro.
sorry to interrupt that, but that was wow.
You believe it? You seen that too, right?
I wonder if Ron is going to be able to get through.
How many times did you, bro? You have to watch it like 3 times.
I watched it like 5 times. I did. I went back and watched it again.
I watched it like 6 times, bro. Like I was
Yeah.
like, yo, I could not believe, bro. You have to be on that stream. Chill. That stream was
Yeah,
electric.
you're right.
That stream was crazy.
Yep.
King Shada 442 said, should CP3 go to the Bucks? I think they'll be the best fit for him currently as he enters free agency. Also, Lakers need to get a five man like Brook Lopez so AD can play his preferred position.
Man,
if we get Brook Lopez, it's finished for the league, bro.
The best position for him is in the retirement home. That's CP3. Go ahead and hang it up. Man.
Oh yeah, CP3. He need to.
He's out here wasting people's time, man. Come on, bro.
We need wrap
First
this up.
First of all, a good friend of mine, he hated when y'all let Brook Lopez walk out the front door a couple of years ago. He hated that.
Was crazy. That was crazy.
He absolutely hated that.
I think that's actually one of the worst decisions we've made in the past 5-7 years.
He hated that.
Magic to do it.
Yeah, that was a bad decision.
Moving along, fellas. Stan601 says, salute to PC in the panel. Best ISO player ever and currently.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jordan.
Currently, who's the best player currently?
Isolation player, one-on-one player.
I think it's Luka.
I think it's Jokic.
I'm not doing these post isolations, man. That doesn't count.
Yeah, I would go.
Real ISO.
Kyrie Irving put you in the fryer.
Yeah, I had to say
not in the playoffs. Not in the playoffs. He won't though. Not in the playoffs.
Kyrie's a good one too. I'm gonna go Luka.
I think Dallas have the 2 best isolation players in the league. For what it's worth.
I'm gonna go Luka.
When the playoffs starts,
regular season isolation players.
I gotta say, Kyrie.
I like Kyrie too, though. I think
a sneaky guy that's on the top 5 though, Jalen Brunson.
Yup. Go New York. Go
I'm
New
not-
York.
another player.
I got De'Aaron over Jalen Brunson.
Of course you got De'Aaron. You got De'Aaron over everybody, Big Ox.
Nah, he ain't over. He ain't over.
I got
since you
I
put
would say,
that
what about
Big
no
Ox.
Devin Booker love? No Devin Booker love.
No.
I got D-Book top 3.
I like
All right, since y'all saying that, I got Austin Reeves top 5.
Nah, he ain't better ISO than Jalen.
I ain't mad at having
Troll alert. Troll alert.
What is going on?
Yo, time out. We need one bucket.
on?
We need one bucket.
Jalen
Who
Brunson.
are you guys giving the ball to? Like,
De'Aaron
in all
James.
seriousness.
De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, that, if I'm being very serious,
No, if that's the case,
I'm giving Jokic.
I'm genuinely going to Jokic.
I'm giving it to Jokic if I didn't win.
Don't say that, Lo.
But those post isolations don't count to me. Like if we're talking about perimeter
How that
isolation,
don't count?
That's what I'm saying.
No,
When you-
It's hard.
when you think isolation players, I'm not thinking. Oh,
Me neither.
throw the ball.
You're not thinking
I
about
got
box.
Luka.
You're thinking on the
That's
wing.
y'all. I'm thinking about getting a bucket. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think I might go Luka. I think I actually might go Luka.
I'm going Luka, Kyrie, Shea's probably up
So
there,
Jokic
Devin
is
Booker.
not in this conversation at all.
No,
He's in the post conversation. He's in the post conversation.
Y'all are haters, bro.
Oh my God.
Y'all are haters.
Ow.
You a hater.
Ow.
You a hater for saying
Ow.
Steve Nash had a better offensive peak than Kobe. So.
Now here go Mars trolling. Mars trolling.
I seen
He did.
You need to watch it.
He did.
I like SGA too. SGA is a crazy ISO scorer.
Yeah, SGA is probably
Oh,
my number 3.
SGA. You know what?
SGA is probably my number 3.
SGA is.
SGA,
Yeah.
he's crazy.
That man got a Kobe Bryant jersey. All he do is slander Kobe.
Man, I go hold you.
SGA is crazy.
SGA is nice. SGA is nice.
Where's that jersey, Lo?
I
Oh,
got the Kobe jersey right there.
Yo, y'all think Chet Holmgren is gonna be? Could win Rookie of the Year? He might be a guy.
I thought you were talking about ISO.
No.
Wemby is going. As long as Wemby plays enough games, he's winning Rookie of the Year, no matter what you put.
No doubt. You think no doubt?
They're going the same way they gave LeBron Rookie of the Year instead of Carmelo.
You don't think it's gonna be like the closest Rookie of the Year race we've seen in like a while, just between Wemby, Chet, and Scoot?
No, because the Wemby highlights are gonna carry him to Rookie of the Year.
I see what you're saying. I like
Even if he averages 12.
Yeah, he can average 14 and 8 with like 1.5 blocks. They're gonna give him Rookie of the Year.
I like that.
And they're gonna be like the transcendent defense that he plays is just gonna be so remarkable.
I mean, what is Chet?
High defensive motor, man.
What is Chet gonna really do?
I think Chet's gonna be nice. I just don't like OKC need a big. I think OKC need a big next.
Chet Holmgren is Sean Bradley, except more skilled. That's who he is.
I don't trust Chet.
damn.
I mean,
that's a nice player.
I like Chet. I think Chet gonna be all right.
That's gonna be a
I don't think he's whack. I think he's a better version of Sean Bradley.
You think he's gonna be a bust?
Bust. He's
Why?
too skinny,
Why?
man. Too small, man.
Wemby, don't worry. But
Anytime you elbow this dude and cave his chest in, bro, he gone, man. He's too small. I don't see him getting buckets.
All right, what we doing?
Pause.
That's in the ICU. I don't want to hear nothing, low.
Oh man.
All
right,
Ron. I gotta see it. I'm with you, but I like it. I like Chet.
Ron, let's see if we can get it through, man.
That man made one move, and he out for you.
I'm praying for you, Ron.
You don't think he got bigger in the offseason?
Let Ron get through the super chat. Ron get through the super chat.
Don't waste your time, okay? I'm trying to tell you. Dropping dimes said those Suns picks in 27, 28, and 29 are about to be some of the most valuable in the NBA. The Brooklyn Nets better be smart and lock those away.
No, they're not.
Talking that cold talk, and I'm gonna come through this goddamn on camera and slap him.
Why not? Why? It's like 6 years away. Like Kevin Durant's not gonna be in the league anymore.
Right.
They could be.
Yeah, Devin Booker might still be in.
Come on, that's D-Book. What was he doing before?
You're gonna waste the time. You're gonna waste all the time.
Jay Rimrick said D-Lo for Ayton, or they can also make a run at Kyrie trading Ayton to Dallas.
D-Lo for Ayton is
no.
Ooh, bro, like what?
No.
Like wow.
That's a number 2 pick for a number 1 pick. I mean, close.
You're still trolling. Oh,
Troll alert.
Troll
alert.
Yeah, you're trolling.
I missed the
Troll alert.
I miss the old Mars too,
I
man.
miss the old Mars, bro.
I miss the old Mars.
You be trolling so much now, Mars.
I like Tars. Keep it up, Mars.
I like Superchats. Let's
Facts. Lonnie Williams said Mars said counting 21 is nasty. So excluding 21 games played in a season, 50, 60, 57. Bill a dog, but he's 29. He ain't getting healthy. He ain't getting more healthy from here.
But 29 years old is in my prime. It's not like he's 34. He's probably got at least 4 more years at this level before he starts slowing down.
I cannot wait for the Bradley Beal is better than D Mitch combos because
you know what's coming. You know what's coming.
Hey, no,
you know
already here.
We was already having.
You see what
there was a conversation.
There was already
the only time Bradley Beal ever got brought up was when he was the example of empty stats, and now all of a sudden he's Donovan Mitchell. Like, I don't know.
Well, not only that, don't forget there was a conversation between him and Devin Booker a couple of years ago when he was averaging 30 a game.
This was the first season.
I got sucked into that conversation.
For me,
yes.
Somebody put a poll in the chat because I need to know if people really think that Beal's better than Mitchell. I just want to see where the consensus is.
J-Rob, go ahead.
This was my first season. This was my first season actually having Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell both above Bradley Beal. I wasn't on that until recently. But it wasn't this trade. It's been a full season now. You know what I'm saying? It's been a full season.
I think Bradley Beal is nice, but he got.
I don't know if he's better than Donovan Mitchell. I don't know.
But the thing about it,
in those
Bradley Beal
scenarios,
given night.
Bradley Beal doing the same thing or better.
But you know what? I'll give Beal some grace because he was in the Wizards jersey. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I may give him some grace. I may give him some grace. I may give him a little grace.
But it's one of those things though. On any given night though, Bradley Beal can outplay either one of those cats though.
Facts.
Definite fact. You know what I'm saying? Move on or not. Like super chats or no super chats, it's still a fact. I don't control that.
Pimp named Slickback said, "Wait, what? People have always said the GM. Mars, where have you been? LeBron is literally blamed for this super team era, and I'm not even a LeBron fan."
Did you listen to what I said?
Super chat, Mars. Super chat. No, Mars. Super chat, Ron. Super chat.
They're not getting their money's worth if they don't get the response to the super chat. So be quiet. So what I said was, if you do call LeBron the GM and you think he's responsible for all these trades, then say the same thing about KD. But if you are one of those people who say the GM is Rob Pelinka's fault or it's Cleveland's fault and they weren't doing their job to help LeBron, don't go around and then say KD's responsible for all these organizational moves, because that would be hypocritical. If you do it for one person, do it for the other person. Be consistent. I never denied people call LeBron James the GM. I'm saying the people who argue against that don't then blame KD for the same thing. That's what I'm saying.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's the logic.
But LeBron just controls way more.
Hey, move on, man. Super chat.
LeBron controls way more. He controls way more.
Troll alert.
It's LeBron's fault.
Troll alert.
It's LeBron's fault.
Ben Fletch with the super chat. He said, Chilltown said Curry has only been the best player on a championship team once in 2022. He's been the best player twice in 2015 and 2020.
Bench, first and foremost, I did not say he was only the best player on a championship team. I said the best player in a championship series. That's what I said. I didn't say the best player in the championship team. No, because he was clearly the best. He was clearly the best player.
He's saying LeBron was better. LeBron was better in 2016 and 2017 and 2018. I think Steph was the best player in the 2019 finals. But if you think it was Kawhi, that's fine. But I guess
he was barely the best player on his own team
in 2019.
Kawhi.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Fred VanVleet.
Fred VanVleet was hitting that thing. Pause. Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
Albert Palazzo said, if a young Kawhi and a young Kobe got drafted together, would they be the modern day MJ and Pippen, over or under 4 championships?
As long as Kawhi's MJ, I agree.
Kawhi staying healthy? Oh man.
They would be a lot to deal with. They would be.
Kawhi has as many finals MVPs as Kobe, right?
Yes, he does.
No.
Yes, he does.
Oh, yes, he does. He got 2. He got 2 of them. I'm sorry. Yeah, he does. He's got 2. That's correct.
Interesting. Thank you. And if Kawhi played with Shaq, he'd probably win 3 championships as well, right?
Yeah, he without a doubt would.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Thank you.
So is Kawhi better than Kobe?
I mean, what would that suggest?
You tell us, Mars.
Yes or no, Mars? Is Kawhi
so let's go through it. Kawhi's a better defender, more efficient scorer. Volume is pretty similar.
We just need a yes or no. What the hell?
Kawhi's better. Yeah.
Kawhi's better than who?
Kobe Bryant.
All right.
Y'all heard it here first. Kawhi is Kobe.
There we go.
Jay with another super chat. He said, "Ticket is right about KD. In 2021, KD went directly to the owner.
Let's just get through the super chats.
KD went directly to the owner and said, 'We needed KD,' and he told them to get rid of Brown." Woj reported this on ESPN.
I just missed the
KD went directly to the owner and said, "We need KD." What?
He needs it himself. He needs it himself.
In 2021, KD went directly to the owner.
Maybe Kyrie. I don't.
James Harden. That's who they went.
I don't know what he was trying to say. Yeah.
I'm lost.
He said, "Get rid of Bruce Brown." Man.
Dream Hoop said Shams reported KD helped recruit Beal to Phoenix. Ticket right. Common dub.
Facts.
A Tribe Called Lynn said to everybody on the panel, "What was your reaction to watching the Malice in the Palace live on TV back in 2004? It was my earliest memory as an NBA fan."
It was some of the worst logic. It was I was so pissed. I had Indiana winning the NBA championship that year. I was so pissed watching that because I knew what was about to happen. I knew who David Stern was. It went from shock to anger.
I was 6 years old, so I don't even really remember. I don't remember it like that, to be honest.
I wasn't conceived yet, so
yeah.
I was 13. I was 13. We was watching that live. I was hyped, but I didn't really realize the consequences of what was going to happen. So I was just kind of like, damn, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah,
but
it went from shock to anger. Like, yo, is this dude really running up in the stands? What is going on right now? He did do that.
It was wild. It was wild. I remember, but I just didn't really realize what the ramifications.
Is this really happening?
Going to be.
No, for real.
That documentary was crazy. I watched the documentary on it. That shit was fire.
And then they kept replaying over and over.
Imagine watching it live.
When Jermaine O'Neal
imagine being in the crowd.
Imagine being in the crowd.
No, that remember, if y'all remember, they kept playing that clip over and over. Jermaine O'Neal just sliding and socking the dude. I was like,
that's called getting your money's worth. If you was in the crowd during that moment, that was called getting your money's worth.
Unless you're the one who got beat up.
Yeah. Unless you're the one that got
mistakes. It was definitely not getting your money's worth because my brother who I had a niece at the time was like, yo, I can't take my daughter to an NBA game. Because hell no, this is what's going on in NBA games now. He was out.
She turned it to WWF.
Hey y'all, Baby Liger gonna jump in this arena right here and put the pause on me, and it's gonna be Malice in the Malice on PC if I don't read this. He said, "Pause, what the fuck?" Or pause, Lokic, what the fuck? And Ron better read this. And then he put a bunch of fist emojis. So I ain't trying to.
He read it.
It's Juneteenth. I'm trying to.
Mars, you're so bored.
Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth.
What did I do? I'm sitting here.
The Kawhi and Kobe take is.
I'm just saying, if you think about it, they both have 2 finals MVPs.
Stop. We gotta continue. I can't allow you to keep doing this. I can't.
If you think about it, KD's better than Kobe as well.
Marcus Barnes said, "First Ron skimmed my super chat, and then Mars said Kawhi is better than Kobe. I'm too broke to be dealing with these shenanigans."
See what you started, Mars? See what you started, Mars?
Instead of focusing on the names, let's look at Kawhi has 2 defensive player of the years. Kobe has 0. Kawhi has 2 finals MVPs. Kobe has 2 finals MVPs. Kobe has the 1 regular season MVP, which is all fine and dandy. But Kawhi Leonard also plays better than him in the finals.
You're expounding on this?
I don't know what you want me to do. The numbers say Kawhi is better. The eye test says Kawhi is better.
But Mars, Kobe has 5 rings though.
And if Kawhi had Shaq, he'd have 6. So what do you want me to do?
And if Grandma had balls, she'd be Grandpa. Stop, Mars. Okay.
Well, she can still identify as Grandma. It's 2023. Let's not be disingenuous.
All right, come on.
That's a fact.
Next super chat.
Exactly. So let's not do that.
All right,
Mars is just trying to get on. He's trying to get on TikTok reels, man. I mean TikTok on For You page.
And it's gonna work.
This is nasty.
All about the waves. I don't know if anyone mentioned it, but Bill's agent is the son of someone within the Suns organization. I knew the Heat wasn't getting Bill after that.
Bill's agent is the president's father, not the president of the Suns is his son.
I was told if Kobe had Tim Duncan, he would also be winning as well. So just like
if Kobe had Tim Duncan, I mean that's another team where he's not the best player on the team. 0 finals MVPs.
That version of Tim Duncan?
All versions of Tim Duncan.
C3JJ said, "I'm convinced if my team takes Miller over Scoot, they will never be good again. Shout out to Bob. Shout out to Bob team from going from poverty to good. Also, J-Rob.
Go State, baby. Go State. It's Ohio State reference.
Yeah,
I can't
I'm
relate.
a big Ohio State fan. I'm a big Ohio State fan. You feel me? So Ohio State.
Can you say it in the words of what Ticket to call you for Ohio State?
What you mean? What would he say?
You're Ohio State jock.
I'm a jock sniffer.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yo, we gotta move on. We have to move on. Niggas are trying to get TikTok famous. We gotta move on. We gotta move on.
Guy Vinci Lorenzo said, "What's the definition of a super team?" I'm assuming he's meant to say. Heard a lot of different definitions. Let's find some consistency. For example, 3 all-star caliber players, 2 all-NBA plus an all-star caliber player, 2 top 5 players in an all-star caliber, etc. What do you guys think? Chitchat, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
3 all-star caliber players. Even if you had that, would it be a super team if the GM built it, or as opposed to players getting together and doing this? Because I think that if the GM built it, it wouldn't be considered a super team, as opposed to if players got together and had that kind of team, that would be considered a super team. So I think that when you're talking about GMs, I think it's something completely different.
So if the team they can't draft their way into a super team.
Because if we're talking about a super team, I mean the Lakers were a super team. The Boston Celtics were a super team
in the 80s.
So, right. So
yeah, and I agree they were.
They were. I mean, if it's 3 all NBA caliber players, you'd have to say the 2016 Warriors were a super team. Right?
I think they were as well.
So the KD genuinely joins a super duper team.
Yeah. My definition of a super team is 3 all-star caliber players, 2 of which are clear all NBA caliber players, and the first one and the best player is like a superstar, like a top 7 player in the league. That's my definition of what a super team is, and it's really hard to find that caliber team in NBA history.
My definition is you'll know a super team when you see one.
I think the Space does.
That's a bad. That's a bad.
You'll know a super team when you see one.
That's a bad definition.
Does anybody else have a definition of their version of a super team, or what they would classify a super team as?
It don't matter if you pick it or not to be a super team. The teams can pick it, players can pick it.
Hey, Ticket, we could barely hear you.
Yeah, get closer to your mic.
It doesn't matter how you look at it. If the teams pick it or the players pick it, it's a super team. If you have that type of talent on your team, is a super team. The only place we part ways is the mentality of the individual player that says, "I want to go do this." You know what I'm saying? That's the difference whenever you haven't been able to achieve that, and you're considered to be on a certain level. We all expect you to be able to, do what KD was supposed to do with OKC, which is get a championship. This is what Jokic has done. This is what Giannis have done. And this is what Dirk Nowitzki did. Those guys proved that they were at the apex of their game because they took teams that they were supposed to take and won.
Also, Chill, why wouldn't between Magic, Kareem, and Jamal Wilkes, Magic is the only one that they drafted. Why would that not be a super team?
Let's see. Magic was the only one that they drafted, and who else? What am I thinking about?
Jamal
Ball McAdoo was also on that crew too. That they got him in a trade.
Why would that not be a super team?
I don't think it's. I don't think it's a super team. I mean, I don't think it's not a super team. I do think it's a super team. I just think it was built differently. That's all.
Oh,
it was built through the GM as opposed to those guys getting together.
Magic Johnson's a super team merchant. I agree.
I know. Elder Roof is saying that Worthy was drafted, but even before Worthy got there, they had Norm Nixon, Jamal Wilkes, Magic, Kareem.
Jabal came in free agent. Jabal came via trade.
Norm Nixon was drafted there, right?
Norm Nixon
was, yes.
Yeah, Norm Nixon was drafted.
Norm Nixon came from Golden State.
Right? Jamal Wilkes came from Golden State. Jabal was, like I said, Jabal was traded there. Who am I thinking about? Bob McAdoo was also, he got there via trade with the Boston Celtics. Who else? Michael Cooper got there. He got Michael Cooper in the draft. Who else?
I just think that's. I mean, yeah, I agree with Ticket. It don't matter if you drafted him or not. I just think that's when you had that type of talent, you're a super team.
Right.
You're a super team.
All right, y'all. Moving along. To Quay White with another super chat. He said, "Ticket just be lying. Outside of 2 years, he averaged 30. Outside of the 2 years, he averaged 30. He averaged above 25 once. That's not damn near 6 years. Cap and TV.
Right. Two years is damn near 6 years.
Right. My bad.
He's almost half.
Exactly. It's basically 6 years.
I was wrong. I'm human. I apologize.
Peachy Brown.
It'll never be me to be wrong.
Peachy Brown with the sneaky super chat said all signs are pointing to NO moving Zion this week. Where do you think he plays next season?
I don't hate Portland, to be honest with you guys.
As long as they trade him for Damian Lillard, I agree.
Yeah. I don't hate Portland.
What about New York?
For Julius Randle? Yes, for Julius Randle?
Yes. I don't got no idea.
If New Orleans trade, oh man.
For Julius Randle, yeah.
Two things that happen if he ended up in New York. He would be ridiculously good, or he would last 1 year there because they'd run him out of town. Because he
can't be worse than Julius Randle.
Him being, why you keep saying worse, Mars? Julius Randle's an All NBA performer. Both the years.
Not really.
Chill. If Julius Randle got traded to Phoenix, would you call that a super team?
Would I call that a super team if Julius Randle was traded to Phoenix?
Oh, chill. You wouldn't. Exactly.
Hey, but that's an All-NBA player. So it's a super team.
Hey, you wouldn't because Julius doesn't have the style points. But
he's an All-NBA player.
If Julius had the style points like
that's the point, chill. That's the point, chill. That's the point.
Because Mars is telling me he wouldn't be worse. Well, when I think about worse,
it's hard to be worse.
You're making it sound like Julius Randle was just completely whack. I mean, he did make the All-NBA team twice. And what is the standard that we hold in Julius Randle to? Just so we clear, he's the only player. He's the only player since Carmelo Anthony, which was 10 years ago, to make the All-NBA team.
As a Knick.
Julius Randle gets on.
Why Julius Randle and the Suns should be a super team. But why isn't it? Why?
I'm not explaining.
All NBA player twice.
If you're an All NBA
this year, why would that not be a super team?
So when we're talking about an All NBA player, I think we're talking two different things. Because when I think about an All NBA
player, an All NBA, he's All NBA.
I'm thinking about a perennial All NBA player. That's what
he's made it more than Bradley Beal, but we're calling this a super team.
I'm not calling it that.
Oh, you're not?
Oh, okay. 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 That's fine.
Oh, you're. Oh, I thought you called. Why you not? Never mind. Forget it. We ain't got it. We got no time.
We Go ahead, Ron.
We got time, cuz.
Right.
We have Superchats that we need to read.
Superchats. I'm potting today. So why is it not a super team?
I got a different idea.
Julius Randle's name was Zion Williamson with the same stats, same production with the Knicks. They'll be praising him, saying he's the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, I guess so.
Only because y'all don't like Julius Randle and he's not popular, bro.
You just said the same. You just said the same production.
I don't care about Julius Randle.
Mars is bringing up.
Julius Randle is just not making a team a super.
Hold on. You're put up the same number.
So why? So why?
Go ahead, Chill.
So if Julius Randle is not making them a super team, why ask about him being traded to Phoenix and him being on a super team?
Because you're the one who said he's an All-NBA player, so I'm asking.
Right, he is an All-NBA player.
Yeah, so if you add an All-NBA player, in your opinion, two-time All-NBA player,
a two-time All-NBA player,
Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, why would that not be a super team?
Well, since you brought that up, so now if that's a super team, then again, Cleveland was a super team also with Kyrie Irving, and so I guess it is a super team.
And if Julius Randle's enough to make a team a super team, then every team in history is a super team.
No,
there we go. The 01 Lakers are a super team. Rick Fox, super team.
Rick Fox was never an All-NBA performer.
He's better than Julius Randle. So
y'all don't keep the same consistency. If Julius Randle's name was Zion, and he did the exact same thing.
But he doesn't though.
So if Julius Randle played the exact same way, but his name was Zion.
No, if Zion did the exact same thing, stats, All NBA team, All-Star in the last 2 out of 3 years that Julius did with taking that team back to the playoffs,
it'd be a super team if he got traded.
It
wouldn't even be a question.
Wouldn't even ask no question. They'll be praising.
It wouldn't even be a question.
Wait. I want to be clear in this hypothetical. Is Zion doing the exact same production as Julius Randle? That's what you're saying?
and making the playoffs.
Making the playoffs and making an
All-NBA. No, I wouldn't.
Are we saying Zion plays like Julius Randle?
First of all, I know.
Oh, then no, it's not a super team. No.
I got walked down this rabbit hole. Because Mars said, "quote He can't do any worse than Julius Randle." Well, Julius Randle was productive. Again, he's the first player. He's the first player since Carmelo Anthony in 10 years to be an All-NBA performer. They had 6 with the Knicks, right? They had 6 straight. They had 5 straight 50-loss seasons before he showed up. So they was making the playoffs, even though he didn't perform in the playoffs. That is a fact, Mars. Now, the fact that if Julius Randle gets traded to Phoenix, are they a super team? That's something completely different than what we're talking about. Let's stick to the fact that he can't do any worse than Julius Randle. Well, if he can't do anything worse than Julius Randle, well, that's pretty good for the Knicks.
Exactly. That's why I said they should do the trade. Trade Julius Randle for Zion. He can't.
Okay, I'm done. I'm out.
But if Zion played like Julius Randle, he would not make a team a super team either.
Also, just to be fair, they still have not had a 50-win season since Julius Randle's been
50 loss. Not 50.
Right,
not 50 wins. 50
I got super chats.
I'm sorry.
We can't afford to.
Oh,
go down this Julius Randle rabbit hole. Terry with 2 dads. Ayton is definitely on his way out because ain't no way he's staying as a 4th option.
Julius Randle for 208.
Jesus.
Roll alert.
Would they be a super team then?
Mars, come on, bro.
That's a question.
Yes, Julius Randle's better than DeAndre Ayton. They'll be a super team.
Is he?
Is he?
Here we go.
For sure. Let's
There
go,
is
Ryan.
no a Big Ox. There is no correct answer to this. There isn't.
No, that's
the answer is if you don't think super team.
Ron, y'all get mad at me. Come on, let's move on. Come on now.
Right. There is no correct answer.
Let's move on.
Modog with the super chat saying he said rumors have it Saudi might make a basketball league. If they offer players way more money for less games, is the NBA in trouble?
Yeah, that sounds like Julius Randle's level of basketball right now.
Ain't nobody trying to go all the way and take their family all the way out to Saudi.
Hey, give Julius Randle that money and get him out of here.
I've been to Saudi before. They don't want to go out there.
Somebody said Julius Randle was better than Chris Bosh? No way.
No, I'm not jacking.
Nobody said it.
No way.
This is why I have to say that. Someone said it in the chat.
Yeah, somebody said it.
Once again, Mars, nobody's saying that.
Somebody said in the chat.
So you're saying he doesn't exist? Oh, that's crazy.
Okay, all right, fine.
Nobody's saying that.
Man, they taking off dudes' limbs in Saudi. Ain't nobody going out there.
NV said it's cool when Bron do it, but it's a problem when KD do it. F him.
Nobody ain't saying it though. All right, whatever.
It's terrible when they both do it. That's why neither of them are all-time greats.
Troll alert.
Dropping Dime said going through the grind is overcoming adversity in the game. KD is only won when he's had the deck stacked. When
the world needed him the most. When the world needed him the most, he vanished.
When did the world need Kevin Durant?
It's a Avatar.
What is that? Superman?
It's from Avatar. It's from Avatar.
It's something like KD playing basketball about to save the world. Like,
oh, it's an Avatar with the bro. Come on, it's a quote.
Fine.
It's a quote from an animation series.
That was deep as hell, bro.
And I left with the super chat said, quote unquote, same thing as Brooklyn. Brooklyn walked to the chip if they are healthy. Laughing my ass off. There are only 5 to 6 active players. At least wait till they fill out the roster.
Yeah, let's wait.
Give him a couple of days.
This is such a lose-lose situation for KD, bro.
It is.
If they trade Ayton for Randle, it won't be.
Only if you care about public perception.
You're actually right.
If you just love yourself and you're happy with your own accomplishments, and this is a great thing for Kevin Durant. But if you're worried about the outside world, then no, this is going to torment him for life.
And I left with back-to-back super chats. He said they got Beal for a 38-year-old that gets injured every postseason and a mid-role player. And I'm supposed to believe this was a bad deal?
That's what I'm saying.
That is true.
They got rid of a crippled geriatric.
The only reason why it's somewhat bad, and I don't know if y'all talked about it, is because of Beal's contract. Like Beal gonna be kicking near 60 million.
And don't forget, Brett.
You don't think Bill's worth that much?
We talked about Devin Booker's money going up too. It goes from
Mars, I need you to shut up, Mars. Stop trolling me, bro. You're trolling, bro. Shut up.
Mars in the building.
Jesus. No, Bradley Beal's not worth
I'm
near
gonna
60.
smack Mars in the back of his head.
That's what I'm saying. He's just trolling. Golly.
How dare Alfred Griffin send that super chat? How dare you?
Alfred Griffin said, "I'm telling you, Randall to the Rockets, Mars."
That's actually a dope
then
trade.
I'll be an OKC fan.
Wow.
Let's go Shea. Let's go Shea.
Hey, Ron, I don't think the Rockets get nobody.
We don't need anybody. We're happy as we are.
Yes, and it's goofy. Just so you know.
No, that's not goofy. Chill. NBA Twitter loves shit. That is the most funniest meme in the past 3 months, bro.
Hey, chill. Can you do it for us live?
Oh, that meme. When I see that meme, I die laughing. Chill.
Can we see it live in action?
That meme floats around NBA Twitter so often, and it's hilarious.
Yo.
Can you give me one more day? Can you give me one more day?
Oh my God. The shit that they would every single time somebody was on the brink of elimination, they would just run that meme like, Jimmy Butler, can you give me one more day? Don't worry about next week. Don't worry about next week. Just give me
that
one
really wasn't
more
what that was
day.
about, but
Oh my God, that was
hey Ron, I gotta bounce. Fellas, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right, chill, Tim.
Yes, sir.
That was a very
tomorrow we making all the players.
All right, I'll be ready. I will be ready. Chicken, shut your ass up.
Let's
keep honey.
I'll see y'all dudes tomorrow. Out.
All right, chill.
I dare one of y'all to put KD top 5, boy.
I'm putting him top 5 just to go back and forth with you and argue about it.
I dare one of you guys. We go from worst to best. So
let's go from 10 up. Let's go from 10 up.
Oh, we're not gonna be able to go from worst to best.
We gonna go from best to worst this one?
Yeah.
How deep
are we doing the whole NBA?
We're gonna do. Y'all want to do 40?
How deep are we going? Is crazy.
Let's go as far as
crazy
to Julius Randle. So let's do that.
Oh, what's wrong?
We don't have enough. We don't have enough time to do
You leave Julius alone.
Let's do 100 names.
You leave Julius alone.
No.
Yeah, if we do 100, we might get to Julius Randle. So let's do that.
You gotta leave Julius alone, Mars. The amount of straight bullets.
How many names are we gonna list off, Ron?
We're at least gonna do 40. I'm thinking 50 though.
50 but this is
50. We might be able to get to Julius.
We're just ranking the players now.
We're ranking them based off this past season.
Including
we're including the postseason. Yeah, we might have to go through 75.
It's a combination of everything, but it's heavily predicated on if we were. It's basically a power ranking as of right now, based on what you've seen last season, what you've seen in the playoffs, and just who they are too.
We're going 40 deep.
Like honestly, yo,
40
deep are on right now.
Crazy.
Yo,
y'all see this? I'm trying to tell you, bro. Y'all grew up watching too much pornography, but you're over sexualized, bro. Y'all need to relax.
Bro said I'm going in 40 deep.
Hey, J-Rob.
Yo.
All right, bro. I'm out of here, bro. I ain't doing this today, bro.
Oh man,
I love it when Bob acts like he and I are like not in the same age range. He be acting.
I didn't say that.
I'm 17.
I didn't say that.
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all like old as dirt. That shit crazy.
I just said some people got into the pornography too much.
I'm not old.
How old are you, J-Rob?
26. That's old. That's old. Mars, you like 19.
That was a reflex. My bad.
Low, you like 30-something, gang.
Yeah, no, I just turned 30.
Damn, exactly. 30 ball.
Wait, when is your birthday? When's your birthday?
Honestly,
he's about to come up.
I don't want to say it up here because they're gonna be on my dingling. But nah, it's January 27th, bro. Just passed.
Okay. You just on this.
Yeah, I just turned. I'm pushing my old head. I'm pushing 30, but I'm not.
You're like halfway through your life expectancy.
I'm 26, bro. That's about right. That's still young. I'm still in my 20s.
That's about old. But nothing wrong with it. I mean, with you.
Yo, man.
Super chat from EJ. He said, unless they get a veteran to lead that bench and another rim protector, barring injuries on other elite teams, Suns have zero chance to win it all.
We have a bunch of veterans up here. Just recruit some of these people.
Y'all say that because I ain't gonna lie. I'll go up there and get
I had to say Mars is on the road. Crazy, yo. This
they
is
say that because of KD. If that was Giannis,
shout out to my Aquarius, man.
If that was Giannis, if that was Jokic, some of the other dude, they'll be picking them dudes to win the chip right now.
Well, Giannis and
I'm
Jokic
damn
are
near
better
ready
than
to pick him to
KD.
win the chip. I gotta see him.
Jokic with Devin Booker and Bradley Beal.
That's peak level offense right there.
I like that too.
No doubt. But if that, I'm just waiting for them to
Hell,
make one more
Giannis. With Giannis, that's great. That's solid offense, better defense. Giannis, the actual shot creators around him.
NBA Finals.
Yeah,
but they're better.
That's a better fit.
And also that should let people know the gap between KD, Giannis, and like Jokic. There's a noticeable gap between them. Not the way that some people try to make it seem like KD top 5 still.
Damn, J-Rock.
He's top 5 dead or alive, man.
He fringe top 10.
Peak Giannis is better than KD. Is that what you're saying?
This man in the casket, you still shooting in the ground.
I do think peak Giannis is better than PKD. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
How many finals MVPs does he have?
I really can't believe they call me an old fart.
0?
For being 26.
Who, KD? KD is 2. What are you talking about?
That's so tough.
I don't count those. What are you talking about?
How do you not count them?
Because it was Curry's MVPs, bro. That's Curry's finals MVPs, bro. That's
so
Curry's team.
KD averaged what? 35 in the finals?
Yeah, because he was single coveraging.
Best numbers since Shaq.
KD top 5. KD top 5.
Best numbers since when Shaq was carrying Kobe. And
KD top small forward for sure.
Top what small forward? Top 5?
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh man.
Right now he's top 1.
Yeah, the small forward list is actually kind of weak right now.
Yeah.
Keeping it pushing. Huncho said, Ticket, weren't you slandering D-Book saying he wasn't doing anything till CP3? Now you trying to big him up today. L Hypocrite TV.
No,
he just said he's top 20. That's what he said. He said he's top 20.
I didn't say that. I said the book
top 20. God damn.
Until CP3 came over there. I didn't say he was getting buckets.
Top 20 is kind of low.
You did say he's as good as D Wade.
I'm still saying, hold on. He was still dropping 70 in a game before CP went over there. I'm still saying he individually was a great player. He just wasn't.
Who better, D Wade or D Book?
No, D Wade's better than D Book.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying at that time. No, I'm saying at this time right now, the level that D Book has been, we saw him just playing it in the playoffs. He peaked higher than what I've seen D Wade play in the playoffs in that last series.
That's it. That's all.
You don't agree? Hold on, you don't agree?
No.
Hold on. He just shot almost 58% from the 3 and 60% from the field against Jokic.
If that's the case, he peaked higher than Michael Jordan.
No, I'm asking him. I'm asking Lowe. No, I'm saying Lowe.
Come on, guys. What are we?
If that's the argument,
hold on, Mars. Tell me one time D Wade peaked higher than that in the playoffs.
Tell me one time Michael Jordan did higher than that.
Oh shit!
I'm talking to your daddy, not you.
All right, Lou, ask the same question.
06 finals. But you.
And then you had a lot of free throws.
Okay, so what? What? I don't care. When did Michael Jordan peak higher than that?
No, I'm saying no. I'm asking you about D Wade.
I already answered it. So now ask the question. I'm asking you. When did Michael Jordan peak higher than that?
Against the Boston Celtics, nigga. Now shut your ass up.
When he was 60 and 50. Is that what you said?
I asked your daddy.
Lou, ask the same question I just asked.
Wait,
what did the Boston Celtics and dropped 63 in the garden, nigga? That's what.
And had 19 the next game.
I'm about to say the next game he had 19. What?
What did he average for the series?
A 3-game series. All right. Okay.
What did he average for the series?
3 games.
If they could have won 4 games, he'd still average 40.
That's not how that works. If you had 19 again,
I gotta get to these super chats.
And
I'm
it
not
could have gone 4
here and
games.
let y'all argue Devin. As much as I love D Book, I'm not gonna sit here and let y'all do this. Come on, we got to keep it pushing. Glory with the super chat says Ticket knows nothing about D Wade's career. Wade averaged 27 by his 3rd year and averaged 30 in 2009. Ticket a casual.
No, how am I casual? I'm the only one up here outside of which card that played pro basketball. So shut your stupid.
That's still you can be a casual though, because Rashard McCann.
No, I'm deep in this game. Ain't no casual. I'm deep in this game. When you on here every day like we are, you ain't no casual though.
Rashard McCann be saying some crazy stuff. So
I'm gonna start bringing some of these dudes on the panel that's talking. They talking in the comment section.
Speaking of which, go to JJ. I'll be replying to you soon. I seen your DM. Chill called your fade. Ticket called your fade, so it gotta happen. Well, what's see you on the show sometime this week?
These dudes be talking about casual, and these dudes, I mean, they out here looking like goddamn man, bro. They can't fuck with me, man. Period.
3,000 people in the chat. I think 2,950 of them could cook ticket.
No, like I said, okay, it's cool. Like I said though.
Also, didn't Jordan get swept? Wait, didn't Jordan get swept?
No, we're not doing
that.
He didn't. Low, did you disagree with? Did he disagree with what I said?
Low and Mars are gone. They are on one right now.
They're in the bag, bro. I missed the old Mars, man.
Yo, he got swept. How did he
I'm really playing low for this shit. I'm really playing low for this shit. I think low.
If he got swept, how was that better?
You asked me, hold on, but you asked me when did he peak better? I gave you this.
He got swept though. That's not better. He got swept.
I'm talking about player performance. That's all.
If you lose, how are you performing better if you got swept?
Nigga, Jerry West won a Finals MVP and lost. Shut your ass up, nigga.
He didn't peak better either because he lost.
He won a Finals MVP though, nigga.
He still lost.
He won a Finals MVP.
I cannot believe we're praising losing again on this platform, man. I cannot believe that.
I ain't praising him. I just
at least Devin Booker got 2 games.
I said he peaked higher though. That's what I said.
Not as a loser, I guess.
Hey, hold on, who was on the
he peaked higher than a loser, I guess.
Hold on, who did Jordan have on that team that was on the level of KD? Now shut your ass up.
He still lost.
Shut your ass up.
Isn't Jordan meant to be on that level?
Yeah, I said, who did he have on his team that was on the level of KD? Booker had KD.
He's a loser.
Michael Jordan had George Gervin, the original KD. What we talking about?
You two buffoons got cooked. Let's go, Ron.
He had the original KD.
Ticket.
He had the 80s version of KD. That's what he had.
Ticket, please. Just
listen. George Gervin is the original Kevin Durant.
Okay. Mars, he clears it. You got it. Cruiser Nation with the super chat say KD didn't trade Bruce. KD didn't trade Bruce Brown. They didn't pay him. That's why KD asked the GM and Nash to be gone. KD liked Bruce Brown. He didn't like the Royce deal.
That's false. KD had beef with Bruce Brown, and he called Bruce Brown out. And him and Bruce Brown had beef, and I know this for a fact. They had beef because
was it over a certain girl?
No.
Oh, no.
He came up talking shit for that series he was playing. He came up talking shit. Someone was going to bust the Celtics' ass, and KD told him to shut up.
Ticket, are you sure it wasn't over busting another ass?
No.
Relax.
I think these are questions that need to be asked.
Relax.
J-Rob, somebody has to ask the hard questions, J-Rob.
Hard questions?
Hey, yo.
Hard. Come on.
Come on, yo.
Niggas can't just say nothing. We can't say nothing.
That was crazy. You gotta ask the hard questions? That's crazy.
Yeah, asking hard questions.
Hey, Bob, that's crazy, Bob.
Asking hard questions after talking about busting asses.
The last 45 minutes of the panel get disgusted, and that's why this is why she'll be out of here.
It's been a terrible last.
I wake up at 3:00 in the morning.
Horrible.
That's how crazy.
You guys need to do better. You guys need to do better.
Graveyard shift going up tonight too. So y'all get.
I'll pull up.
Chill can start saying when it's about to be nasty. He'd be like, "Nah, I'm not doing this." He'd be like, "I'm not doing this with you, young punk."
Yeah, as soon as the 3 hour mark, he'd be like, "I'm getting the hell up out of here." I don't blame him.
Yeah,
I'm about to go too. I'm tired of you motherfuckers, my damn self.
I ain't about to go too.
All right, but before you go, it's a super chat directed strictly for you, Lo. Kid Arcane said, Lo, last week you said you never expected the Bucks to win with Bledsoe. Explain the video from 2019 where you said they can win a chip.
4-year-old receipts is crazy.
I know 4-year-old receipt is insane. No, I'm pretty sure I was referring to after.
I'm definitely on a great.
I had already seen like with Eric Bledsoe. It was kind of cooked at that point. Like after that, it was like I can't really see this team winning if they continue to have Eric Bledsoe.
No, you're cooked. You just got cooked by the super chat.
No, I mean that's
why the chat could come up here and cook all of you guys except me.
No, it's if after 2019 I was pretty low on Eric Bledsoe as a player. I was like, yeah, this is kind of
they should have kept old boy over Bledsoe.
Who, Malcolm Brogdon?
Yes.
But Brogdon wasn't dealing with injuries. I would have 100% agreed.
Wasn't Eric Bledsoe all defense?
Nah.
Yeah, but
didn't Eric
was so bad.
That was what Malcolm Brogdon that just got Rookie of the Year, right?
Yes.
Not right.
He was like 2 years removed from that.
Yeah,
he was balling. He was balling well enough for them to keep him.
Right. Yeah. But what's crazy is that he's not going to also say how I said losing Malcolm Brogdon was a massive loss for them and how that right there puts him in a massive
I
disadvantage.
do remember you saying
He's
that.
not going to.
I
He's not
do
going to say that.
remember
Yeah,
what he said 4 years ago. It's crazy.
How do you? That's what I'm saying. How did you remember you said that?
No, I remember Low said that.
I remember not only. I just remember that being my take, and I can probably pull up the tweet right now. Me saying it.
Oh, it's a
Shit,
tweet.
I can't remember my tweets from 2 weeks. My text from 2 weeks ago.
Damn, Bob.
Oh, dang. Yo, Ron cutting out mid laugh is crazy.
Okay, let's get into these super chats. Let's get into these
Mars,
super
let's
chats.
get to it.
Let's run through it, bro.
Jay said also apparently Isaiah Thomas is an advisor to the Suns. So Isaiah Thomas forming super teams. Interesting. Indoor voices asked who's a better role player in today's game, Q Rich or Darius Miles?
Q Rich.
Because of the
That's
shooting.
all I know. Hold on, I don't know because if you put Darius Miles with Jokic, we might look like Aaron Gordon.
Well, everybody next to Jokic is gonna look better
because he makes his teammates better. Unlike some.
That's mad glazing for me. Never mind.
Yeah, that's crazy. Jorge Ramos said, "I'll take Cleveland over Phoenix next year." You guys will take Cleveland over Phoenix next year?
No.
No.
Yeah,
they got to get some shots. They got to get some shots.
I know one thing, Lo. Old boy on the hot seat if he don't win next year. If he don't get to the second round next year, he gone.
Who?
Oh yeah,
Who?
JB Bickerstaff.
Oh, Bickerstaff.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. I
hope you get it done, man. Hold it down for your pops, dog.
Alan R said they're about to have air. So let me get to the promise line.
You got it.
Alan R said they're about to have Airbud running the point.
Damn, Ron, you about to get carried by Mars?
That's what I do.
Hey, I'm about to see how it feels. Pause.
So Mars, you go, Mars, you do.
Y'all didn't let me finish my statement. I meant to say I'm about to see how it feels to be KD.
You said you might see how it feels, man.
It get carried to the promised land. It get carried to the promised land.
There was a pause.
It was a pause. I was pausing it.
Yo, I'm crying.
Hello, I was pausing it before I got to the KD part.
Shit, I'm about to figure out how it feels. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was bad. Magnus Opus said Domo just mad he got to deal with
Russ again.
Russ? Oh, so okay. Russ again. Okay. Jacob Boston said she's easy access down low too, just like the Suns.
Down low.
John Wick, 1 GM. We're just going to ignore that KD and Beal are always hurt. We spoke about that. If we got through these super chats at the right time, it would have made more sense. But unfortunately, I've only just taken over now. Jay does it 15. Jay Rob, those were two horrible trade ideas.
They're phenomenal trade ideas.
They were terrible. Omar Hansen, Jones, Adams, sign Brooks and trade for Ayton? Question mark. So just raid the Memphis Grizzlies, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Eli the Misfit, Beal off the bench sounds good. And then he said, well, not off the bench, but running with the bench unit.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So let me read them both, Flo, before you interrupt.
Yeah, that was he was responding to me.
Vortex Nicholas said, where does Kawhi rank all time in 3-point shooting? Over Kobe Bryant. There we go.
Hold on, wait. We answer? They're not getting their money worth.
I answered. I
Mars,
said
shut up, Mars,
shut up.
Mars, stop. They didn't get their money worth. They're not getting there. Okay, that's one answer.
How does it feel, Ron?
The answer is the answer. Go ahead, answer the question. Go ahead.
So where does Kawhi rank as a 3-point shooter? Probably like top 20. Top 20. The problem is the volume and the shot creation from 3 isn't there. Kawhi just kept like players like him and KD are not like crazy volume from 3, so it's not like it's like as much as it probably should be. He's more of a mid-range shooter, so when it comes to Kawhi, it's just not there. But I'll probably say around 15 to 20 all time. Even that might be a little too high. Probably top 30, just for safe. Top 30.
Since Mars is now asleep, I guess I'll take back over. I'll start carrying Mars to the promised land.
Hurry up, man.
Now we got 2 hours left in the show.
Eli the Misfit says start bench cut, Bill, Brown, and Levine.
Cutting Brown.
See ya, Brown.
Starting. These players are all close, FYI. Starting Beal, bench Levine.
Terrible.
I start Brown, bench Bill, cut Zach.
Terrible.
I'll start Brown, bench Bill, cut Levine.
Terrible.
Mars, what is yours?
Start Zach Levine.
I do it.
Bench Bradley Beal, cut Jaylen Brown.
Terrible.
Perfect.
Keeping it pushing.
Thank you.
Jay Renrick said last one. Ayton for Draymond. Draymond just opted out.
No,
Jesus Christ. If they can get Porzingis though, oh man.
J Rob with his burner account tapping in said
Shout out to my
Draymond to
burner.
Dallas. Luka and Kyrie getting help.
you
Shout out
guys
to my-
really think Draymond is?
Shout out to my burner account.
Draymond he's not leaving to go to a team like
He's
that.
going to the Lakers.
Playing with Porzingis though, I'm happy I came up with that idea, like Porzingis to the Warriors.
You're such a Mars merchant. It's crazy.
I'm gonna make a whole video off of that idea.
Mark, that's crazy. You ain't giving him his credit.
Mine. And no, call it my idea too.
Let's debate basketball said Dre declined his player option and will become a free agent.
Yes.
Diesel 954 said, "Damn, Lo just sent J Rob to the moon."
No, he's not. KD's still top 5. I'm still jacking. Damn, that might be close.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that might be crazy.
Marcus Barnes said, "I hate Stern. Ever since he stopped the Chris Paul trade to the Lakers, Kobe could have gotten his 6 or maybe 7 rings." Shaking my head.
Damn.
Nah,
And he still wouldn't be better than Kawhi. So
I knew that was coming.
I knew that was coming to it.
Kobe don't duck the grind anyway. He go through the grind, so he know
when he asked the Lakers to try and get Dirk and Kevin Garnett and Jason Kidd, he wasn't ducking the grind.
He didn't ask for Jason Kidd. They were going to trade him for Jason Kidd.
He was praying for Andrew Bynum to get traded. Praying.
I'm not saying. I'm not. Yeah, but is that Jason?
Hey,
Kidd?
that's running from the ground, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
Kawhi would never.
Kawhi actively did actually.
Kawhi would never.
He ran from the Popovich grind actually.
Kawhi would never. After he was
Come on, Ron.
That's also a pause. The Popovich grind. Pause.
Yo, Mr. Rudy Poo said, as a Blazers fan, Dame needs to go and stop holding the team hostage. Damn. Move Dame for actual assets, unlike the Wizards. Draft Scoot or Miller, rebuild season.
No, just Scoot.
Yeah, if you draft Brandon Miller, that ain't.
Jesus Christ.
But I hope you guys do draft Brandon Miller, because if you make him fall to Houston, then I'm gonna be depressed.
Micah Farmer said, Mars, that is the worst take that has ever been on the show. You are not going to sit here and disrespect Kobe Bryant like that. Prime Kobe cooking him.
It's not disrespect.
Do y'all not understand what Mars is doing? He has y'all spending $5 to respond to something that he does not believe
literally,
in.
Like literally,
it's not disrespect.
Literally, like literally.
This is chess, not checkers. Go ahead.
Chess, not checkers. Make sure you get that money.
Disrespect.
This is TARS, man.
It's facts. It's facts.
I can't wait for Scoot to be in Houston so we can finally figure out how bad Jalen Green is.
Scoot in Houston. Now we're talking.
Jalen Green being traded to Wonton.
Superchats.
EJ, speaking of nasty takes, said, are we gonna act like Ticket didn't have a nasty take on Jamal Murray being better than Penny Hardaway?
Now that Jamal Murray's won a championship, I'm willing to entertain that he's better than Penny Hardaway.
Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ, like his name.
Terry with 2 dads said the Suns bench units is campaign and 5 volunteers from the crowd every night.
So they might get lucky.
Shout out to TJ Warren, man. Come on, you gotta stop disrespecting TJ.
He might be better than Kobe too, to be honest.
Eli the Misfit said Dale said he didn't. Eli the Misfit also said only 18 players in NBA history has averaged 30 2 times.
That's a lot of players.
Is one of them Julius Randle?
No,
Jay said he was up 3-1 and ran to the team to beat him.
You got cooked.
I got cooked.
You got cooked. One of them is Kobe and not Kawhi. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't forget KD's also better than Kobe as well. And I think KD's done it. I hope.
Eli the Misfit again
said, let's look this up.
Go, I'm sorry, Ron. Go ahead, go, man.
Dale said KD/Booker wasn't recruiting Bill too. Laughing emoji.
He did.
Yes.
No time off. Baca said Bron stacks the deck for a decade, but KD is running. ?
At least Bron getting something done. Jesus Christ, KD just man.
Jackson Williams said Draymond declined his player option.
Yep.
No time off. Baca said Bron builds super teams equals empowering KD does it equals SA.
Don't. We're not going to talk about the essay. Keep going. Keep
going. I don't know what the. Okay.
We're not going to say what the essay is. Keep pushing, please. Keep pushing.
King Mars 10, the real Mars, said if Bradley Beal, quote unquote, ugly, then it's no super team.
I don't know what that means.
That's the Julius Randle conversation all over.
Appreciate you, real Mars. Diesel 954 said, "Low millions of dollars isn't motivation anymore."
He already has it. What? He already has the money. I'm assuming he's talking about Ayton. He already had the contract's are guaranteed. He already got it.
No time off. Baca with another super chat said, "Where is the energy for Bron?"
For what?
Zen Masters Black Basketball Channel said, "Smash the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, bang that for us. We need it. Appreciate you."
Yeah, bang that shit, bro.
No time off. Baca said, "Y'all been an L. Y'all been L as fuck for not reading super chats today."
Don't say us. That's one person.
That's Ron. That's Ron's job to do that.
No, Mars is supposed to take over the wheel and read the super chats like you did earlier.
but then
we've been waiting for you to step up, Mars. We've been waiting for you to step up. About time.
Realistically, I carry this show, but it's fine.
Facts. Oh, I thought it was Ox.
It low key is Ox. Low key, high key.
Honestly, I thought Tigger was carrying this mug. Honestly, Mars.
Low key, high key. When Ox isn't here, it's a little off. I'm just letting y'all niggas know.
Talk to him, Low. Stick with
low key when J-Rob's here is just a little worse.
That is also true. There's a lot of caring that got to be going on when J-Rob is here, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of what?
So J-Rob Matisse Tybalt? That's what you're saying?
Ooh, I mean, J-Rob is Julius Randle.
Yeah, there we go.
That's crazy because I will dad bust both y'all asses in ball in real life. The worst way.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
The worst way.
Low, come on, come on.
Yo, we're talking about the show.
Come on, bro.
But we're talking about the show, not basketball. I'm pretty sure you would bust my ass, bro. Pause.
Yo, come on, bro.
Yo, I'm getting through. Hey, let me get through these super chats, man. Y'all wilding. Baby Liger said, "Pause, Ox." Like, damn, brother. First time super chat. Appreciate you, Baby Liger. Ox, do you want to repent for your sins?
Repent for my sins. I ain't
you didn't pause something.
Do nothing.
You didn't.
I'm not doing that shit. Every time you talk, gotta pause. Fuck that.
Sebastian Lopez said Kobe would never miss a free throw to win a chip.
Bro, I said J-Rob KD for real. He knows what the fuck going on.
Kobe would just average 15 points in the finals.
You see that? You feel
but didn't Kawhi do that as well?
But did KD?
Oh, KD no.
Like, hey, they're both better than him. Let's not forget that.
G Baby with the super chat said Julius Randle better than that scrub cat though.
Is he?
I could get behind that.
Is he? I don't know.
Now Mars, I don't know.
Highlighting that chat is insane.
Yo,
highlighting.
Yo, Ron did that on purpose.
I swear to God, I did. I'm not the only
person.
I'm not the only. So Mars wasn't reading the super chats earlier.
My hats have been here.
J-Rob, you don't got control.
Right.
You don't got control.
Bro, Low and Mars said I'm Matisse Thybulle. How could I have control?
Ron,
I'm just a role player. I'm just a role player.
That was petty. That was petty, J-Rod.
I'm just a role player. I don't know how that. I'm just a role player, bro. I don't know.
I'm blaming Ron, bro.
And I'm a minor as well, chat. So that's crazy that you guys can say stuff like that.
Wait, how old are you?
17.
How old are you in real life?
9. You want to change how I say 9?
All right, y'all. Last super chat of the day. We got to wrap it up. Reggie the Tree said, "What's up, fellas? Appreciate y'all. Wanted to donate the 16 Cavs championship team versus these Denver champs. Who wins a 7-game series and why? Stay encouraged. Appreciate you, Reggie the Tree. 16. Answer the question, fellas.
The Cavs.
So you decided to stop trolling at the end of the. All right, bet. Say less. Cavs.
Oh, you want me to lie?
You've been lying.
Oh, hey, y'all, I really gotta go on what y'all gotta do, but hey, go ahead.
You couldn't get through these last 9 super chats. Kid Arcade, my first super chat don't get read. You're welcome. So Bron isn't the second best player of all time. No, he's not. Yo, Mars, let's see how far back your hairline is. Very far. Clapton Crunch, Draymond Green being a free agent. What is next for Golden State? Re-signing Draymond Green. Read my other chats while Low is here. Ron L host. We did know. What have top left been and how he doing? How's Shaq doing, Ron?
He just got to Indiana yesterday. His team won a Greek championship.
Nah, it's not a thermal. It's that Lululemon, bro. It feel like a hug on my body, honestly. Shit is fire. On God, though, Lo. If you wear Lululemon, bro, that shit's like a hug. Bro, listen.
How did it feel, Ron? How did it feel?
Lululemon feels like you're wearing a hug, bro.
How did it feel, Ron?
J Daddy taking your hat off.
Now every super chat's been
like
you guys got your money's worth.
My shit, dog. You feel me? I'm Gucci.
Chat, same time tomorrow, and we will be doing a player ranking. Be there.